be the last of thinking jobs. We will not have it. It's not a threat. It's our civil liberty. Make sure that we're not done. The rest go to ask questions. But good to see you. It is true that we lost thinking job during these protests. They were protesting again. A message to you: peace is the ultimate. Yeah, doesn't matter how you protest diligently, so they cannot be partial. Our word, I hope, is still too. You have your right as citizen of the country, and I hope those that are on my voice around the globe, peace is the only way for peace, trust me.
The plating field. Actually, I am the one that enforced the program in the interior. I do not have a market place. My market is an open place. But we are calling upon the people to come back in the market because this market, we don't need to respect our leaders like the president. Now we are very so calm, respectful. We stay here for that length of time. More especially where when the city reaches the market, it can be easy. But you have to say we need to respect.
Now people will use electronic and print media. They use everything to promulgate direct propaganda. So they take advantage of that and they spread their own direct propaganda to outpower us, to outsmart us, to direct us around the world. So investors cannot come here because you want to come. They'll be afraid. That's their intention, not to allow investors to come. So they do all kinds of things to destroy this government image. That's what I know. Because this government cannot involve itself in killing people and killing people. President Joshua, when he became president, he opened a church.
In more recent time, and just over the weekend, Ambassador Joseph Boakai made a statement that people shouldn't take men's job and give it to boys. He's a boy taking over a man's tax in the presidency. What do you make of that?
Two things I want to say. That statement doesn't go well with me. If Mr. Weir is a boy, then I think he's a good boy. Because Joseph Boakai, former Vice President Boakai, dropped in his heart. He collapsed. Almost died. It is that boy, because George Weir, who ran there, pick him up, charter a plane to fly him abroad for open heart surgery and made him to live today with pacemaker battery. He's a battery total right now. So the battery is controlled by the white man who gave it in the medical center where he was flown to. So maybe he's not well to speak the way he's speaking. He's not well. He's using battery. It's not normal. A man who is using battery and a man who has a natural eye, compare the two. So Joseph Boakai, the former vice president, he's using battery. He's a battery total. Such a man cannot even be president of this country. He's sick. So maybe that the frustration making to speak the way he did, calling the president boy. So Joseph Boakai, the former vice president, he's using battery. He's a battery total. Such a man cannot even be president of this country. He's sick. So maybe that the frustration making to speak the way he did, calling the president boy. So Joseph Boakai, the former vice president, he's using battery. He's a battery total. Such a man cannot even be president of this country. He's sick. So maybe that the frustration making to speak the way he did, calling the president boy. How many million people voted that boy? So many millions. Look at this boy and elected him. Maybe you call George Weir boy because of the age, because Joseph Boakai is over 70 and this boy is about 50 something. So when you say boy, well, that's it. But boy in the sense of immaturity, no. George Weir is mature. He's mature. That's why he told Joseph Boakai on the ground where he collapsed to fly him abroad for medical checkup, for medical heart surgery. That's what made him to live today. I think Joseph Boakai, in conclusion, should be very grateful to that boy who flew him out of the country for open heart surgery that make him to live today. But the way Joseph Boakai speaks, the way he acts, he is one of the 9 ungrateful lepers. The fact is, you could have know you, but he did not. He saved this old man. But what the old man is returning is ungratefulness. Call this president boy. You call the whole Liberian president boy, then you old man, you told him battery around here. But I cannot look at a battery man and he let you. Because any minute you could collapse. But you already say you want to be president and we know your record. You're on the time bomb, on the borderline.
Just sitting and laughing at reading the comment section. John Balu said the reason why he's in this is to save the state. Save Liberia. But Senator Balu was senator when in his county, 5 wonderful Liberians gruesomely murdered. Their bodies were mutilated. He didn't say anything. A colleague who was then a senator, whose name is enshrined in the TRC report, whose testimony testimony you can find everywhere that allegedly carried out a massacre on the Kavala River, became a senator from in jail. He came from jail. That case died in Maryland. Senator Balu was senator. Senator Balu was senator when Kid Juba was killed. Senator Balu was senator when the Fula man was beheaded in River G. Senator Balu was senator when the 17 young men were killed between Lower Magidi and Grand Bassa County. Senator Balu was senator when one of the people who funding all of his effort was giving Intergenet Hosmer money and squash car to lobby for him to move on traveling ban and access free. But today, he said he wants to save the country. Senator Balu was senator when Bridgeway from London came to do prospect in Liberia. Senator Balu then got vehicle and money.
Balu la Brian, senator.
He thought of saving Liberia then. You know, sometimes some people sit on a particular platform, and this is the reason why the argument is going to get big this few times. Because look, there's some.
I don't think I can do this. It's against my faith. I can.
Agostina.
I don't want to do it.
Agostina.
Yeah.
You can't put me in any situation that I can handle. Don't do it to me. You can't put me in any situation that I can handle. Don't do it to me. You can't put me in any situation that I can handle. Don't do it to me. If you talk to somebody and they tell you, say, oh, because I'm Moali, don't do it. Don't put me in any situation I can handle.
I don't want for anybody, boy.
No, okay, you ain't got to do it. What you do for me, let her go to the lady tomorrow morning. We'll see her. That's all. You ain't got to do anything. Yeah?
Yeah, for what now?
Agostina, don't put me in any situation I can handle. Where you?
At the station.
All right, I'll come in for you after you. So we can go see her, yeah?
So do what now?
Not doing anything. We'll just go and see her.
I won't do anything, but I can do it. I can't afford it.
Agostina, that will not be for me.
Not a job budget. And somebody come and stand in front of me and say, Representative Gray is misleading the public. It's a disservice to you, and you must hold their feet to the fire because some of you voted for these thieves. Okay? The House General is a thief. It's a thief. I'm telling you, it's a thief. Anybody who lie on what you took, he had checked here. We published no checks before. He denied a signature on those checks before 2020 campaign. He's a common criminal. I'm saying that to you. He's a common criminal. There's the budget he voted for. He's a criminal because he lied at $3.6 million not in the budget. He can't take me anywhere. I defy him. That's a criminal. No, I'm not angry. I'm being forceful. I'm being intellectual. I'm providing facts. No, I said something I didn't mention him, so they don't know I'm a medicine. He has no integrity in life or integrity. He's in the crisis of integrity. He's drowning in the crisis of integrity. He's not only fake. He's drowning in the crisis of integrity. I say he's a criminal. He's a thief. To take a $45,000 car in the budget to vote for it, not just but to vote for it, and you didn't inform the people because say everything you will inform the people on record for that. And he didn't say anything about it. Okay, the pastor didn't vote, but why he didn't say it? Why he didn't say he voted for it? The records are there, Lord. Gentlemen. Senator Delon should be treated as a common criminal for lying to the public that there's no $3.6 million in the budget. Okay, and they said they didn't want it. Where they place it? There's $3.6 million. Yeah, the money, yeah. The thing is in the budget. There's the final budget. So like they don't tell you when they took it all, they said where they put it. I beg you. One question is when they took it out, can you show us where you put your share? That's the question. If they answer that question, come back to me.
We now go over to Robert Tier of the Unity Party.
Yeah, everything I do, we must first tell the thing to the people.
That's what I'm saying.
We've been doing that. We have people cleaning the champagne in our various communities. In social science, said, go to people and ask them what they name. And so you pointing them to say, I name this. But if you don't ask your people, then what do you carry to them? So before I ask them what they name and what they name, you take them to them.
Your three major priorities.
Right now, if you look at I'm a teacher in profession.
You teacher?
Yeah, I'm a teacher. The second thing is that we want the boroughs autonomous.
The boroughs what?
It's autonomous. Yeah, it's autonomous.
Go ahead.
And we look at some of the things we want to consider because we talk about autonomous, that means you have a lot of facility, a lot of things that you do in the borough. And if you are autonomous and you have other things to do, and if you look at Nukuta, many young people are graduated from college in the district. Right now, the first thing we embarked was to have a reconciliation regional meeting all of the communities.
So Tia, at what level were you teaching? Was it elementary, junior high, or senior high?
So we're taking elementary divisions. Elementary division. And we are credible, we are more accessible, and we are development oriented. So
hello, Robert B. here. Robert B. here is a librarian.
After our graduation from the elementary school, we keep the Murray Road to attend the junior high school, the Baptist Junior High School, and from there we went to Central High and we graduated 1998. I'm a teacher in professions. Robert here is one of the daughter's son. Robert here is one of the credible sons. Robert here is deserved to be a servant in the district. Robert here is a public servant. I always work at the National Security Agency in Kematan, in
the plating team. Actually, I am the one that enforces the flow from in the interior. I do not have a market there. My market is an open place. But we are calling upon the people to come back in the market because this market, we don't need to respect our leaders there, like the president. Now we have been so kind of respectful. We stay here for that length of time. More especially where when the city reaches the water can be easy. But yet the state we need to respect our leaders and we are still there.
So yes, folks, it's good to be back on your radio. Just too many things to talk about. Too many important things to talk about, folks. We hear that the government has issued an indictment against few government officials, past government officials. It says it is investigating a number of institutions. Yesterday, we witnessed the appearance of the Minister of State before the House of Representatives to answer to questions, claims, and concerns about reports of denying the president, the former president, Mr. Weah, of using the VIP lodge. On yesterday, the biggest news in country that all of the radio stations, the newspapers, the Speaker of the House of Representatives spoke yesterday, and his picture is all on the front pages of the major newspapers in country. What did he say? We have listened to all different interpretations of his statement. We too have our opinion that's going to come in the form of an analysis of what the legislature is supposed to do, or what the house is. And then we give you an opportunity to interact, to share your views on our analysis of the statement made by Councillor Jonathan Funati Kofa on yesterday. What do we think? On the flip side of 9 o'clock, for long, the usher in guest in our studio today. So on the flip side of 9 o'clock, we talked to a team from the Liberia Business Association, LIBA. They come here to share their experience and their concerns, their observations about Metex, one of the companies operating in our country at the National Port Authority. They say they're doing tracking, continuing tracking. So Liba will come here this morning. A team will join us on the flip side of 9 o'clock as we engage you in the public. That's the size and shape of our show. My name is Austin Kawa. Don't forget, Abu Sharif will join us very shortly. Today is Wednesday and it is the motorbike jackpot. It means once you play our cash giveaway today, you stand a chance of winning our motorbike. A brand new motorbike. A couple of days ago, we gave away a brand new motorbike to a young man. Today again is an opportunity for you to play our motorbike jackpot and stand a chance to walk away with our brand new motorbike. Not just that you stand a chance to walk away with our brand new motorbike, but all of you who will play our jackpot, our motorbike jackpot today, will walk away with $10,000 if you are a lucky winner. 10,000 Liberian dollars. And interestingly, there is no restriction, there is no limitation. We are going to give away many winners today, 10,000 each, as many winners as possible. All you have to do is take your Lone Star Cell mobile money phone, that's star 799 star 14 hash, and send. So we take down the theme song and drill you through the process, how it works for you to play, because we want to do our everything and then make sure we send you the money, do our jobs, and then we move into our political conversation this morning, which is very key. And so, yes, the process is very easy to play. This show, don't forget, sponsored by Cramp Stepper Liberia. And so let's go for a walk from our sponsor, Cramp Stepper Liberia. When we come back, we move into our motorbike jackpot game and all of that, and then we transition to our political conversation. So all you have to do, don't forget, I'll give you a reminder, we'll go for our break from our sponsor, Cramp Stopper Liberia. We'll come back. We'll continue with our drilling you through the process, how it works as you're playing. So all you have to do, like I have my mobile money phone. I'm going to dial star 799 star dial 14 hash I send. So that's how you play. So you dial star 799 star 14 hash you send. When you send, there are two options will appear. Option number 1 is asking you to play in USD, and option number 2 is asking you to play in LD. So all you have to do, make sure you have $2 US on your mobile money phone or $300 Liberian on your mobile money phone. So if you dial star 799 star 14 hash and send, the two options will come. Assuming you are playing in LD, you enter number 2 and then you send. And you wait for a few seconds. The Lone Star Cell mobile money will require you to enter your mobile money password. And once you enter your mobile money password, it's a bingo for you. You have played our cash giveaway, and a potential winner of 10,000 Liberian dollars this morning, right on the show. Before we leave, we'll send your money to you, call you, make sure you receive your money, and then we'll walk away from the show. That's how it's going to play. It's going to work. So that's it. Star 799 star 14 hash and send. Wait for a few seconds. Two options will come to you. Option number 1 to play in USD, which is $2 US, and option number 2 to play in LD, which is $300 Liberian dollars. Whatever option you enter, you send and wait for a few seconds and enter your mobile money password. Don't forget also, there are some of you who have been playing and have not been too successful to win. But today, we have a space as well for you, the loser's draw. We've already done the loser's draw, and we have 3 winners, which we are going to call very shortly after our break with Cramp Stopper Liberia and talk to these 3 best losers who have won for themselves 2,500 Liberian dollars. After we should have spoken with the 3 best losers who have won for themselves $3,500. We go to the motorbike jackpot and do maybe our first set of draws, live draws for all of you, and then we continue the conversation. So it's draw for $10,000 for now. Straight to 10 o'clock, we'll be doing $10,000 draw for the motorbike jackpot. All you have to do is dial star 799 star 14 hash and send. Enter number 1 to play in US or enter number 2 to play in LD and send, and wait for a few seconds and enter your mobile money password. It is a bingo for you. So we go to this side to take a walk from our sponsor, Cramp Stopper Liberia. We'll come back. We move into our motorbike jackpot. This one from our sponsor.
It's about music. There are crowds in many places. In every community, you can see. So if you see crime unfolded, don't take law in your hand for the right authority. That it can't take care of it. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a human target, and I mean you cheche, do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Sion.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper. Stop on Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper. Keeping us safe, let's stop it ground for all of us. Crime Stopper. The people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper. Stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper. Crime Stopper Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper. Keeping us safe, let's stop it ground for all of us.
Okay, thank you very much, Crime Stopper Liberia there of Old Man Sam Sion. Yes, Maserado County next senator. So, folks, you see, so let's go now and do some money transactions. We'll come back. We'll go into politics. The folder you see here is the people say that draft report or LCC draft report. Okay, you see the big draft is spelled on the LCC draft report, but the draft report is already in the public. So we'll come back and so you see today's edition of the show is juicy. So we have the full report. Yeah, we didn't want to talk about it because it was draft, but we saw agents of the Unity Party posting on social media the report that is still a draft that is supposed to be in LCC's confinement, but it's already in the public. So it means we have to have a conversation about that. So let's go to the telephone. Like we said to you, we've done our loser draw, and so we have a number of winners from our loser in the category of our losers draw, and so we will go to the telephone line and speak with these successful best losers from our draw. So don't forget, while we try to speak with these people, the motorbike jackpot is very easy to play and it's very important for all of you. Today is Wednesday. Imagine walking away with $10,000 and still being qualified to win our motorbike, brand new motorbike as well. So all you have to do, make sure you have $300 on your Lone Star Cell mobile money account or $2 on your Lone Star Cell mobile money account. Once you have those credit capacity on your account, then you are qualified to play. How do you play? I'm going to take my time and draw you through how to play our motorbike jackpot. So you take your phone and dial *799*14# and you send. When you send, you wait for a few seconds. There are two options that will pop up. Option number 1 is asking you to play in US dollars. Option number 2 is asking you to play in LD. So if you enter option number 1, you will send and wait for a few seconds and enter your mobile money password. If you enter option number 2, you send and wait for a few seconds and enter your mobile money password. Okay, that's how easier the process is for all of you to play. Just that *799#. So we *799*14# and send and follow the instruction. That's all very simple for you to play. So we will keep reminding you about the process. So let's talk to the first 3 winners from our $2,500 loser draw, and then we'll come back. We start to run through our jackpot draw as well. So we'll call this person who is our first winner on one of our winners on the losers draw. On this number, let's see whether we can talk to this person very shortly or quickly. Okay, this person's phone seems to be ringing. So let's go through it quickly. Okay, this person's phone is ringing. Okay. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
This is Austin Kawa. I'm calling you from Freedom FM.
Yeah, my name is Prince from Portland, Johnsonville.
Prince from Portland, Johnsonville. You've been playing our cash giveaway.
Yes,
several times, but you've not been winning.
Yeah.
Okay, have you received text message on your phone, your mobile money phone?
Yes.
Okay, what is the message saying? Sorry?
2,500.
And you didn't play this morning, right?
No. I can't play.
Okay, so that's our way of saying congratulations and thanks for being committed to playing our cash giveaway. So we put this, so all of you, the losers in one category, will do our losers draw, and we'll compensate you with $2,500. So congratulations.
Okay, thank you.
You're most welcome. So that's our first best loser. Let's go to the telephone line again to speak with our second best loser on this side of the device. So yes, we will talk to these best losers, and then we'll come back. So as we call in the best losers, be playing the motorbike jackpot. But that is star 14 hash and send. Wait for a few seconds. You enter number 1 to play in US and enter number 2 to play in LD and send, and wait for a few seconds and enter your mobile money password. So let's go to speak with this best loser on this number and see whether this person picks his or her call. Okay, this number seems to be off. Let's give it another try out and see whether this person picks very quickly. Okay, let's give it another. Okay. Interestingly, this person already has the message on their phone telling them that they've won $2,500. Kuso, you have to come in here and edit the balance. Yeah, it still has Nimne and Esther Dagu on the subtitle. So please come and look at it on the screen. It still has Nimne and Esther Dagu. Check the subtitle. Okay, so let's go ahead to speak with our third lucky winner on the show this morning, and say congratulations to this person. If this person phone will be on, then we can talk to him or her. Okay, thank you. So this person's phone is ringing. We want to talk to our loser. Yeah, everybody is a winner in this game. So good morning. My name is Austin Kawa. I'm calling you from Freedom FM. What is your name, please? Felicia Flomo. You not play the town? Yeah, it's a motorbike jackpot today, so.
I play, Papa. I ain't getting well. I ain't well.
Okay.
I saw the message and I said, "I'm who's sending the message? Oh, I can't play."
Okay, congratulations. Amen. Amen. Okay, so that's Felicia, one of our best losers. You can sense the excitement and all of that. So. So that's it for the losers draw. We've spoken to 3 of our many winners in the losers draw category. So it's time to let's see whether we can spend some more time with you, trading you through how to play the motorbike jackpot. We will keep reminding all of you how to play the motorbike jackpot, so you have an understanding. And then you can easily navigate your way through the process. So yes, the process is just very easy for you. Now let me say this to all of you: the motorbike jackpot is a double target. When you play our motorbike jackpot this morning, it means you're playing to win two things. One, you are playing to win $10,000. And then you are also playing to win our motorbike. So it is also possible that you can win the motorbike and win our 10,000 at the same time. Now, the next thing is, even if you are unlucky to win the motorbike, you can still win $10,000. So any which way you place it, you are a winner. You have to be a winner. You must be a winner. Okay, so all you have to do, be like these many people who are playing here, these many transactions, be like them by dialing *799*14 hash. Then just sit down and wait for a few seconds. It will upload. The options will upload. Option number 1 is asking you to play in USD. Option number 2 is asking you to play in LD. Any option you enter, whether it's option number 1 or 2, you descend and wait for a few seconds, and then they will ask you to enter your mobile money password. When you enter your mobile money password, there you just waiting on to be called. Like I'm about to call maybe one winner and say then you just want to be called, okay, to say congratulations to you, you've won our 10 key and blah 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 blah, and then we interact with you and instantly send you your resources, okay, your 10 key on your account. So that's how the process works. Okay, so that's how the process works. Okay, that's how the process works. So yes, you can be like these lucky winners. So let's go and do maybe one job. We're taking instruction from our partners so they can be here. So let's go and do these many jobs. Now it's time to draw winners. We told you there's no restriction or limitation on the winners, so it's time to draw winners. So let's see whether we will not talk to all of the winners. We don't have the time to talk to all of the winners. We have to talk have our conversation, and we also have a guest coming in at 9:15. So we can talk to all of the winners. All we do is the team will send you your money. When you win your number power, we'll send your money to all of the whether at 10, 15, 20, 35, 40, 50, 100 winners. We send your money to you. So it's good that there's no restriction on the number of winners. So there are many winners will give and all of that. So let's go and draw the first winner on the motorbike jackpot. Okay, so we're doing the live draw, folks. I didn't want to. I didn't want distraction. Okay. So let's go back to this dashboard and okay, so let's go back to this dashboard. So we have to draw a window and the big jackpot appear, and then we click on it, and then we okay, and then we are going to refresh to see all of the see winners. We'll go back again, we draw winner, jackpot, we click OK, and then we refresh, see a winner, we go back again, we draw winner, we click jackpot, OK, we refresh to see winners, more winners, refresh, OK, we go back again, we click draw winner, jackpot, we click OK, we refresh to see another winner. So we have 4 so far. We just join. So we go draw winner, jackpot, OK, and then refresh to see the 5th winner. We go again, draw winner, OK, yes, okay, and then we refresh. We draw a winner, and then we'll go to our policy. We don't want distraction. We go again, draw winner. We have our 5, 6. Okay, we'll go for the 7th. Draw winner, jackpot, okay, and then we refresh to see winners, more winners. One of my making into community can be saying and calculating on join the winner and say 10,000 times 7, 10,000 times 8%. That's more money than give you. So folks, that's it. Our sponsors, our partners say Joe has many winners, so we join as many winners. So we have our 7, 8 winners now. So we go. I think we should talk to one person, one winner for the rest. Let's talk to one winner, one of the many winners first, and then okay, let's take this phone and get the number of this one of these lucky 8 winners who come back with job winner. We just join winner. So yes, we got up to 10 o'clock to draw many winners. Imagine it's not even 8:15 so we already get 9 winners. We're coming back. We're talking to this first person here. Let's go. Ooh, what kind of number? Mini among all the 8 9 winners. Mini money ball. Guess a rabbit by the tea. If you let a rabbit go, mini money ball. All go for rat, all go for cat, all go for the season. Okay, we'll talk to the person on the number. The person is the lucky winner on this 888 number. Let's talk to this person. This person, we can call all of us. So we'll do mini money ball. We'll talk to a few winners, and then the rest of you will send your money to your phone. So yeah. So let's talk to one of these 9 winners so far on the show. Come back, you're gonna do another 9 again. Now another 18. Don't come out, you're gonna do 9. I'll go. Many winners out of this. So you can be like these winners by dialing *79 and *14 hash and follow the instructions. Very simple. Hello, good morning. How are you doing this morning? My name is Austin Kawa. I'm calling you from Freedom FM.
Yes, I'm aware. Austin, this is
Emmanuel who? Okay, so can you take your time and spell your full name for me?
Capital EMMANUEL.
Mm-hmm.
And G is in the middle. And WEE is my last name, capital
WEE.
Yes.
How many times have you played our motorbike Jackpot?
This is my first time playing the motorbike Jackpot, but I've been playing the other draws.
Okay, this is your first time playing the Jackpot. But how many times you played this morning? Just now?
Yeah, I just played when I turned on, when you were announcing the process.
Okay, your background is a bit noisy, so hope we can just walk away small. Now let me ask you another question again. Is this the number you use on your mobile money account?
Yes, that is my mobile account.
Okay. That yourself play or that somebody play for you?
I play myself.
How did you play?
You send *7 *14 hash and you send. Then you will see the option. 1 is for USD, 2 is for LD, and I play 1 which is for USD.
And you send?
Yes, sir.
Baku, you understand the process? But okay, but listen to me. Have you ever adopted this game?
No, not really. I've been playing and I've been winning, but I'm not adopted because with the number of winners I've been sharing, and you want to will be my time.
What is the last 3 numbers in your number? Because myself can give me how to do something too. So I understand. Your last 3 number. The last question there.
Yeah. The last question.
Don't read all the number on the radio. Don't read your own number. You can't read the number in your heart, then you just remember the last 3 number.
Yeah, the last 3 number is
What's all the last 2 numbers?
It's
Hello?
Yeah, hello?
The last 2 numbers are what?
The last 2 number is
My man, what's that number? You struggling to remember the last 3 number, man?
Zero now, Austin, zero now. You know, all the kind of thing, it can be the emotion and things, yeah.
Okay, so slow down, calm down, take a deep breath. Okay, so I think we go. So you say your name again? Emmanuel Wee. Okay, we here at Freedom FM along with our Radio Entertainment Liberia would like to say congratulations to you for winning 10,000 Liberian dollars for playing our Freedom FM motorbike jackpot.
Thank you, Babu. Thank you.
That was shouting behind you, so. Okay, so again, congratulations to you for playing and for being a lucky one of the lucky winners here this morning.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so just check your phone instantly. You soon see a message for you confirming that you received the money. In case you receive, not in case, but when you receive the money, call us back to confirm. Call this number.
I would do that.
Okay, Emmanuel Wee is one of the lucky winners here this morning on the motorbike jackpot. So let's go ahead as we get set to draw more winners, and then we'll come back. We'll do another call. Okay, we'll draw more winners. We'll come back. We'll do many money again and call one of the many winners because we can call everybody. So let's go ahead and draw now. Yeah, so we'll do now for that draw now more. And then that will be 18. Then we can rest. We'll come back again, maybe in the middle of the show. We'll draw another set of winners. So let's see who can be amongst these second winners, set of winners. So let's go ahead. We can go ahead now and draw one more winners and call one more person. Okay, so let's go ahead. So we say draw winner. So we say draw winner jackpot. Okay, I don't see jackpot. Okay, and then we come down here to refresh and see. Okay, so we have one. Let's go with 7 more. So we say we're doing 8, right? 8, no, 9. So we'll go 8 more to go. So let's go ahead again. Draw winner jackpot. Okay, then we refresh to see the second of the next 9. Okay, we have to go again. Draw winner, jackpot. Okay, and then we refresh to see the third of the 9. So 3 gone, 6 to go. We go again. Draw winner, jackpot. Okay, and we refresh to see. Okay, yes, so 4 gone, 5 more. We're doing as many draws this morning. So all you have to do is just very simple, folks. Be like these lucky winners. The dialing star 799 star 14 hash. Star 799 star 14 hash. You send, wait for a few seconds. 2 options will come to you. Option number 1 is to play in US. Option number 2 is to play in LD. Whichever option you enter, you send and wait for a few seconds and enter your mobile money password. Make sure you have $2 US on your mobile money US account or $300 Liberian dollars on your mobile money account. That's all you need to do. Just make sure 300 LD on your account or $2 USD on your account. You can play. So let's go ahead. Once you get $2 US on your account or $300 LD on your account, you dial star 799 star 14 hash. You send. Wait for a few seconds. Enter option number 1 to play in USD. Option number 2 to play in LD. You send and wait for a few seconds and enter your mobile money password. Now let's go ahead and draw the remaining. We did 4, so 5 of the second set of 9 winners, and then we can move on to our discussion. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw winner jackpot. Okay, and then we refresh to yes. So yes, we refresh. Okay, yeah, it's the number. So we go ahead to draw the last 6 gone. So yeah, 3 more. So we go ahead, draw winner jackpot. Okay, and then we refresh. Yes, we go 3 more to go. Draw winner jackpot. Okay, we refresh. Yes, we refresh to go. Let's go. When I say they don't play, we're saying this is the second draw on this show. We're coming back to do additional draws, okay? Because we're giving out as many winners as possible. So let's go draw winner, jackpot. Okay, we refresh to see this lucky winner. Okay, so yes, we're gone. So yes, we have to go. The last one for the second set of draws on the show for today. Draw winner, jackpot. Okay, and then we refresh to see the 18th winner. So number 9 18. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, yeah. So 18 winners already. Can we call the second winner or should we hold on small? I want to do my mini money bowl. Okay, so let me do my mini money bowl and see which number will be lucky for me to call. Like I did the first time, and then we can move on to our discussion now. Okay, this person was calling back. Mama, you calling the number on different number? We're not taking call different. So let's go ahead and enter this number. Call this person on this 888 number. Okay, it's good. I talk to this to Emmanuel. Emmanuel, we. Okay, congratulations again. Okay, that's Emmanuel. We so 19 winners will call one person already. Let's go again. Do mini money bowl. Mini money bowl. Catch a rabbit by the teeth. If you let a rabbit go, these are looking for mini money bowl. Oh, good for rat. Oh, good for cat. Okay, so with the person they play cat in, and the person will call him. Yeah. So let's go. Let's talk to this person. The second lucky person who will be talking to us on the radio. The rest of you, your mouth. Well, you want me to call you or you want your money? Which one you want? And all I will say, you want your money then for me to call you. So let's call this person quickly on this 888 number again. Okay. So you already know that one of the questions we'll ask you is the last number, the last digit in your number. So but don't allow the excitement to be shadow you. So this is one of the 19th one of the 18th winners so far on the show this morning. Oh, one time the we will call you 3 times. Let me call you for the second time again. Let's call this one. The rule is we'll call you 3 times. Or you not answer, you forfeit the ma. So let's see whether this person phone rings again this time around. Oh.
Hello, valued subscriber. The subscriber you're trying to reach is currently out of coverage area. Please call again.
Okay. They say we should please call again. So we are about to dial this number for the third time. Okay. So let's see whether this person's phone will ring. Whether this person is just as lucky as Austin. Let's see whether this person's phone. Oh.
Hello, valued subscriber. The subscriber you're trying to reach is currently out of coverage area.
Okay, so we'll do another. We'll call another person of the 19th winner. Okay, so say 19, they'll do one more to make it 20. Then we could do many money and call one of the 20 winners. So let's go ahead. They'll do one more. They'll do one more to make it equal, even number. Then we do many money ball amongst this number. So that draw winner, jackpot, okay. And then we reach the number 20. Okay, we refresh. And then let's go. Go to mini money ball again. I'm doing no mini. I just look at my number. I see the other one. I see the randomly. So, okay, I will call. Okay, the two number of 888, so I'll call the 555 number. The only 555 number, money number I'll call it. So, let me call this person with the 555 number. And see. Okay, see. So yes. Okay, I'll call this person with the 555 number. This person's phone is ringing. Okay, this person's phone is ringing. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
How are you?
Fine.
My name is Austin Kawa. I'm calling you from Freedom FM. What's your name?
My name is Cecilia Freeman.
Cecilia who?
Freeman.
How do you spell your name, please?
CECEI. FREMAN.
FREMAN.
Yeah.
Where do you live? Where do you live, please?
Bravo.
You live Broadview. You play our cash giveaway this morning, right?
Yeah, just now.
You play for yourself or somebody play for you?
I play myself.
That your first time playing?
Yeah, my second time.
Second time playing this morning on the show?
Yeah.
Okay, so you,
I play I won the 2005.
okay.
Then Jenna I play again.
So you won too far last night.
Yeah.
Then you play the money again.
Yeah.
You still won't win, so you play.
How
you play?
I play star 799 star 14#. Then the Ocean King. The US dollar and the water. I play the water. And the Ocean King I come and cool.
You understand the process? Which part of Borough you live in? Because myself live in Borough.
I live in Pakakono.
Okay. G4?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you your number. You know your number Google?
I know my number.
What the last 3 number in your number?
7474.
That phone number you call, yeah?
Oh, I get a Lone Star,
The Lone Star number, that I see the last 3 number in the number that you used to play.
8444.
Okay, Cecilia Freeman, take your time, yeah? Take your time. Okay. So your the number you used to play, your own set number, yeah? That the number you using your mobile money number?
Yeah.
That the number you using your mobile money number?
Yeah.
And that you used to play? So what the last 3 DJ, the last 3 number, what the number, the last 3 number that your number anyway?
8044.
You still missing your last 3 number?
I'm still missing the 055.
Don't call your number on the radio. Well, the last 3 number that I 1, 2, 3, the last 3.
8044.
Oh. Listen now, we don't want you to call your entire number on the radio because there are scammers who will be calling you, telling you they mistakenly send you money and all of that. You should send that money back, and so we don't want people to have your number. That's how we say your last 3 number. Your last 3 number, they're not 044.
Okay, come in. Let me read it back.
So Cecilia Freeman is trying to get her last 3 digits. Yeah, so you got it now? Okay. So you get it?
48 4484.
Say again?
That's 4484.
Okay. she finally got it last. Okay, Cecilia. But how much you expecting to win today? Someone will tell you are a winner of our jackpot, and how much you be expecting?
10,000.
So we can give you 10,000 now.
I got problem with it.
You feed the scholarship, will give you 5,000 or 2,000.
I know, not the 2,000, not the 5,000 job today.
Okay, Cecilia, we'll call you to say congratulations to you. You are one of our many lucky winners this morning. For playing our motorbike jackpot. You have won for yourself $10,000.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to send your money to your phone as we're talking, but we're going to end the call. When you receive the text message, you call this number back to confirm that you received the money.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, Cecilia is one of our 20 winners here. So we'll go into our conversation. We'll take a break to go into our conversation. We'll come back to do additional draws. So yes, we'll come back to do additional draws. Yeah, we're giving out as many winners as possible. All you have to do is just dial star 799 hatch and then follow the instructions That's all you have to do. *799# and follow the instructions. Once you follow the instructions, trust me, you maybe a lucky winner here to walk away with 10,000 Liberian dollars each. 20 persons have already walked away with 10,000 LD each, folks. You heard us talking to some of the winners. We're going to come out to speak with some of the winners as well. Now, folks, let's move into our very sensitive discussion here this morning. You see, on yesterday, the Ministry of State folks appear in this whole thing that the former president are being denied access to use the VIP launch and all of that. It was an interesting discussion, and the House has agreed to invite members of the former president's protocol team, because the accounts given by the Minister of State and one of the protocol lady there did not say what is being reported in the public. So probably I heard the protocol lady say she received a call from Finabono, and Finabono informed her that the former president will be traveling and that he will not be using the VIP launch. So she requested the protocol lady to go ahead and process the president at the regular terminal. Okay, so that's what the lady said. And so the House wants to confirm that. So the House is going to communicate with the president's members of the former president's team, and they too will go there to give their account. This matter, we're going to follow it to a logical conclusion. Now, on yesterday as well, we saw folks posting on Facebook, social media pages, this draft report from the LACC. We're not going to talk much today because we want to spend some time with the legislature and the statement made by Councillor Kofa. But this is the draft report. I am not, if the LACC was a place of confidentiality, if the LACC had proper security system, if the LACC activities were highly classified, this report should not be in the public because it is a draft report. But everybody in the country get a draft report. As you can see on there, the big draft is appear on it. In this report, you see the summary of statements. You see the table of contents on the report. There is a table of content on the report. You see the background of the investigation. You see the investigation itself, the summaries of the different statements from A to F. It means there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 statements, different statements, summary of different statements, the findings and the analysis, and then the recommendation. So you go into them, you read all for yourself the different people. You see a summary statement by Mr. Jefferson S. Camo, National Security Advisor to the President. He's one of those is investigated. You see summary of statement by Mr. Samura Wodokoli, former Deputy Minister for Fiscal Affairs. His summary statement is also here. You see summary statement by Mr. Jangako, former Comptroller and Accountant General, Republic of Liberia. The summary of his statement is also here. You flip, you see summary statement by Madam Tena Bronson, Deputy Minister for Budget and Development Planning, Ministry of Finance. Her statement is also here. You see, come down, you see summary of statement by Mr. Stanley S4, Director General Financial Intelligence Agency. His statement is also here. You come down, you see summary of statement by D. Moses P. Cooper, Chief Accountant and Financial Intelligence. His statement is here. You come down, you see summary of statement by Madam Yemendi D. Pearson, Deputy Bank Governor for Operations, Central Bank of Liberia. Her statement is also here. All of these statements were submitted to the LACC. You see, you come down, you see Madam Pearson's statement marked as Exhibit 1. You see summary of statement by J. Eluscious Talu, Executive Governor, Central Bank of Liberia. You see summary of statement by Mr. William J. Julople, Deputy Director for Banking, CBL. You flip, you see the findings and the analysis, and then the finding analysis here, and then you flip, you come here to see the recommendation. Okay, all the recommendation, everything here. Okay, so these are the recommendations. These are all the recommendations. The findings, everything. That the financial intelligence agency will establish blah 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 blah. That session, blah, 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 all the kind of things. So we want to spend our time tomorrow to look into this report. Okay, we don't want to hasten to politicize this matter, even though we are being put by the Unity Party folks, those who are doing the investigation. They did an investigation. The investigation is not concluded. They leaked the report to media folks who are supporters of the Unity Party. So they did the investigation. The findings are not being published, finalized, and then they release the findings and the recommendation to folks in the media. LACC that is supposed to be highly classified. Investigations, these kinds of investigations are highly classified. As a matter of fact, this is the Financial Intelligence Agency. They're concerned they deal with financial intelligence issue. So if the report, the draft report, the same way the former president's asset declaration files left it out of the LSCC. Today we told the attending house is still looking into the matter. This is a sensitive report. So we'll look into that tomorrow. And then criminal facilitation, criminal conspiracy, aiding consummation of crime, criminal facilitation. So, for example, they said that Mr. Samuel Tue, that recommendation. So, the investigation recommend those. One, that Councillor Yanti Tuan, former acting Minister of Justice, in the discharge of a fiduciary duties, misled, facilitated, and connived to defraud the government of Liberia by initiating and directing a communication to the FIA for a transfer of over $6 million. That Mr. Samuel Tue, in his discharge of his duties as former Minister of Finance, misled, facilitated, and conspired with Councillor Tuan to defraud the government of Liberia with an amount of over $6 million. That Mr. Stanley Ford, Director of FIA, and Mr. DMP Cooper, Finance Officer, in the discharge of their duty, connived, conspired, and facilitated transfer from GOL accounts to the CBO of over $6 million. Okay, enjoyment, FIA use, enjoyment, and with no accountability to charge with economic sabotage, fraud to the internal revenue of Liberia, misuse of public money, property and or record, theft and or illegal disbursements and expenditure of public money, criminal conspiracy, criminal facilitation, abuse of respective offices, blah blah blah. That Councillor Tuan Fu, that Councillor Tuan, former Deputy Minister for Qualification, MOJ, Mr. Samuel Tue, former Minister of MSDP, Mr. Stanley Ford, Director General of FIA, Mr. D.M. Cooper, Finance Officer of the FIA, in exercising their respective duties, conspired to defraud the GOL by laundering public money in violation of Section 1 Part B5, withdrawal of public funds of the PFM regulation, be charged with act of money laundering. PB charges 10.2 criminal facilitation, criminal conspiracy, aiding consummation of crime. 10.2 criminal facilitation, public financial management regulation, everything in violation, they listed everything, blah 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 blah. Now the report is supposed to be signed by Abel D. Guay, senior investigator. It's also supposed to be signed by Abraham B. Sharif, chief investigator. It's also supposed to be approved by Baba M. Bwaka, program manager of monitoring and investigation. So the people who supposed to sign the report, they stick the report all of the LDCC to the public. So that's it. We'll spend some time tomorrow on this report and tell you what we think. The fight against corruption is not political. It should not be politicized. When you politicize the fight against corruption, it kills the interest. It kills the legitimacy of the fight against corruption, especially so when there are folks in the Unity Party that stand accused in the early stages of the government. The Minister of Public Works $20.4 million US dollars. The legislature approved. He spent that money without awarding any formal contract. And then he awarded contract before the money was even allotted to the Ministry of Public Works. And then he allotted the contracts without following the procurement laws of our country and in violation of the PFM law of our country. He went to the Senate and told the Senate, yeah, that too, I did it, I'm sorry. The Senate said, okay, you sorry, we forgive you, go and don't do it again. NCC has not begun an investigation into this matter. No. Yes, it hasn't begun an investigation into the matter. We're not saying don't investigate Samuel Tuane if you believe that they may have done anything wrong to sabotage the economy. Go ahead and bring the evidence, gather the evidence, and investigate them. I do not have problem with anybody being investigated. I will have problem when you decide to selectively investigate and prosecute people and go back going after people. That for me, I will have problem. And that's the problem some of us will have. That's why we'll go into detail tomorrow into this conversation. So let me pick this call, which is very important. Good morning.
Yeah, morning. I received it. Hello, Cecilia.
Okay, Cecilia Freeman, right?
Yeah.
Congratulations for winning your 10K. Enjoy yourself.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, now let me play you this statement made by the Speaker of the House of Representatives on yesterday, folks. Plenty of people in the country need to, I won't say, but plenty of people in the country need to do. We too hasty thing running with things that we're not supposed to run with. We give things misinterpretation. We misinterpret people's statement. We don't do deep analysis, critical thinking. We don't do them. Not everybody, but a few, and we just run into conclusion. Okay, so hey man, there's nowhere on my WhatsApp. Okay, here is it. So listen to the Speaker of the House of Representatives. Yesterday he spoke yesterday.
In the interest of coordination of branches of government, I am disappointed, and we are prepared here at the House of Representatives to make any sacrifice. If the Commissioner General comes and says,
so let's go back and start the recording over, okay? Okay.
Branches of government, I am disappointed, and we are prepared here at the House of Representatives to make any sacrifice. If the Commissioner General comes and says, revenue are not performing, we will be the first to say, okay, we understand. But for him to come here today and say he's overperforming, and the Senate is well taken care of, and the House of Representatives has almost only 2 months worth of benefit. And cannot even get money for retreat. We can go back and NGOs, stationaries. Mr. Minister, I'm holding the reason why I helped the appearance of the Minister of Finance in the bears on contempt issue is because I want to hear your information. I will tell you this. If we cannot come to a resolution pretty soon, we'll shut this House of Representatives down.
Now, if we cannot come to a resolution, if we cannot come to a resolution, if we cannot come to now,
if we cannot come to a resolution pretty soon, we'll shut this House of Representatives down.
So, folks, let me go to this page and read. Let me highlight what one of our colleagues wrote, a former legislative reporter. Okay. Let me highlight what a former legislative reporter wrote. There are different comments. Okay. So, say he's a colleague, a professional colleague, a more experienced one than I. He has practiced for long before I joined. So let me feature this, because I see this opinion trending with some in some quarters. That's why I'm using this as the standard that has been used to evaluate or critique the speaker's comment yesterday. He said, Dan Zina, former of ELBC, he writes, if the House does not receive a 3-month salary, we will shut the legislature down. In question mark, we will shut the legislature down. They don't. Sorry, that was enough. He said, I partially heard House Speaker Kofa said this on OK 6 p.m. news, Tuesday news. My opinion. As a long-term, Darazina is writing. As a long-term legislative award-winning journalist, which is correct, the speaker's statement is out of order and insightful. Out of order and insightful. This is the conclusion. This is the opinion. So let's see. This is a representation of this is the topic sentence. Now let's see what he's going to back this topic by. Why, in his opinion, he says such a statement should not be said by the third man in country. He said there are thousands of Liberian workers who are crying and knocking on doors of the legislature to ensure just benefits. Arrears are paid by their employers, some for more than 8 months. As such, Speaker Kova's statement would lend support to those workers who stage a perpetual protest, since indeed the speaker himself is planning a protest. The speaker himself is planning a protest. He also said, since my stay at the legislature in multiple positions, I have never heard heads of the House nor the House of Elders, the Senate, to make such an insightful statement. The legislature is rated as a place where our people go for redress because they have oversight responsibility. But when our lawmakers are yearning for just 3 months' pay and making inflammatory comments, then. However, the speaker's statement on the other hand is a showmanship on grounds that the House does not have the constitutional power to shut down without the knowledge of the upper house for more than 5 working days. Not to justify that legislators should not be paid, the House Speaker's statement is a misstep. The Speaker should have used his position to deal with such indoors. Former Speaker Aristotle Nukwe were a perfect example, blah, 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 blah. Now, and there are a few of other people who share similar opinion, which I think they were lazy in their thinking. I think they were not exhaustive in their research. And I believe something is missing here with the reasoning. Now, to all of my colleagues, you listen to the speaker very clearly. The conclusion was that if we cannot come to a resolution, I don't know whether those who are terming the speaker's statement out of context or out of order did not capture that part. When he said, if we cannot come to a conclusion, they didn't capture that part. What they did not also capture is that the speaker also said that they are willing to make sacrifice if the budget is not performing. I'm sure they didn't capture that part. That we are willing to make sacrifice if LRA comes to us and tells us that the budget is not, the revenue is not performing. Meaning what we targeted to raise within this quarter, we have not been able to raise them, or we are struggling to raise them. When you tell us we are willing to make sacrifice, Unlike what the budget is performing, and it is politically being done intentionally to deny the members of the House their benefits, then I want a different thing. He also went on to say the House, to even go for their retreat, they had to source funding outside the national budget, which is so humiliating that the House cannot source funding from that. They cannot source funding through domestic revenue to go to retreat and to amend their rules. So they should go to beg NGOs when the domestic revenue is performing. I'm sure my man Darius did not capture that part because he said out of order now. So what is out of order here? They also said, he also complained that even stationaries for the House to work, to function, they are not getting money for the stationaries. What includes the stationery? They need papers, ream sheet, they need pens, they need computer, printer, ink to facilitate their work, their daily operations. When committees go to work to do hearings and everything, committees have to do reports. Those reports have to be printed, documented, printed, and then circulated to all the 73 lawmakers. If that 30-page document, it means all 73 representatives are supposed to have copy of that stationery, that ink they're using, the printer they're using photocopier machines. They need electricity to run that. And there are many committees in the House. All the committees do not work one after the other. They work simultaneously. So imagine all of the over 30 committees you have in the House, 15 committees are working the same day, daily, to ensure that all the petitions that Darius and the Zenan spoke about, aggrieved EPS officers, aggrieved people obtaining jobs, they take their complaints to the House. The House, different committees are supposed to hear those complaints. And they are supposed to conduct hearings. When they're conducting hearings, they are supposed to they need refreshment for the different hearings. And those monies are supposed to buy refreshment for the different hearings. They come from the budget of the House. And if their monies intended for their operation are not going to them, how do they operate? Indirectly, the executive is even doing this to shut down the House before even the Speaker pronouncement. So I don't know in which context. I'm aware that the Speaker spoke in context, which you're going to go to, but I don't know whether those who are saying he spoke all of order are contextualizing what he said and what he meant. That was not covered the House. I too covered the House. He and I covered the House together. I'm admitting that we covered the House together. We were amongst the best covering the House for years. So we understand this issue. The next point is, that place is not a church house. That place is a legislative ground. It's a political ground where political statements are made. It's a political ground where political statements are made. And our laws require that statements made in plenary cannot be held against the author or the speaker. That people can say in that plenary and say anything. You can't prosecute them for it. You can't investigate them. Only the House can say we are investigating you or we are punishing you. But the state can say we're going to prosecute them representatives for saying this in plenary. And that point we have to understand is the Fonati speak as Fonati Kofa. Because if we read that point, he said the speaker, he said the legislative House of Representatives, he said the speaker. He said the speaker of order. He came down, he said, however, the speaker's statement is on the other hand is a showmanship on grounds that the House does not have the constitutional power to. So the context we're talking about, what is shutting down the House? We know post shutting down the House in context, in political context, legislative context. If we do not do that, everybody will just be running all around with sentiment. They will just be running around with sentiment. You have to put shutting down in the House in context, in political context, in the legislative context, in the context of legislative politics. What is shutting down? And my man, that is not supposed to understand shutting down in a political or legislative context. How come he talking different thing? To shut down the house or the let me do a lot point before I go that shutting down in a legislative context. My man said he said not a general deal with such indoors. He said, however, the speaker's statement is on the other hand is a showmanship on grounds that the House does not have the constitutional power to shut down without the knowledge of the. That's not the context for this speaking. You see, so you're taking the statement out of context. So when you understand what shutting down is in legislative politics, you will understand. You will not understand shutting down to me. Pack your bag, go home. But that Mamet Darazina is understanding shutting down the house in the context of all the make your fire burning, you go sit down to your houses. That's the context he's understanding shutting down the house in. So you see, he just in the Senate that no branch of government can shut down or go 5 days without the Senate. That's not the context of the statement. Now, so that's contextualize shutting down a house and see whether it is constitutional or it is within their legal capacity and their legal authority to shut down the house. Do they have the legal capacity or the legal authority to shut down the house? Yes. The house, all budget financial instrument discussions begin with the house. To do that, you must have quorum. Fonati is a speaker. Fonati controls the majority black. If you do not have quorum to convene sessions, you will not take decision on your budget, for example. And if you do not take decision on the budget, it means you will not pass the budget. If you do not pass the budget, what happens next? The government, the executive has a time frame to operate on 1/12. When that period to operate in 1/12 of the budget expires, what happens? And the house still has not taken decision on the budget. It means government operations will be shut down. People will not take pay. That is in the context of legislative politics, that's shutting down. That was enough. Let me repeat, in the context of legislative politics, that's shutting down. When you hear lawmakers, seasoned lawmakers and lawyers talk about shutting down, they let the House or the Senate or shutting down, it didn't mean they go back a bear, they take that thing, they go to the house, they go sit down home. That's not what it means. That's not what legislative shutdown means. It means non-compliance. It means buy a bear, go home. It just means non-compliance with certain key issues that you need to survive, to sustain government functionaries will not comply. That's what shutting down means in legislative politics. So all of you across the country must understand today that when a lawmaker speaks about shutting down, legislative shut down, and that means we pack our bear, we pack our tin, we go sit down our hall, we not come to work. That's not what it means. Legislative shutdown just means non-compliance. We put up non-compliance. When Barra say a recast budget here, a recast budget is coming to the House. When it comes to the House, they will have to submit it to the Speaker. When you submit a budget to the Speaker, it's in the Speaker's authority. The fact that your recast budget will go to the Speaker, the leadership will decide when to put that budget, when to put that budget on the floor. Just a budget letter, the transmitted letter will say, we have received a recast budget. When to put that letter on the floor, the Speaker can decide that. When the Speaker not put on the floor, the plenary will not decide to act on the communication transmitting the budget to the House before they turn it over to the Committee on Ways and Means. That is a form of non-compliance. If that delays, it will lead the country into shutting down. So they understand shutting down in the legislative context. And not just running around and say, oh, the Speaker didn't get capacity, he didn't get constitutional authority to shut down the House. They do have. But again, before you go into any arena opinion, we need to learn to start placing people's statement in the context. And they will understand in which context he spoke. He spoke in the legislative context. Legislative politics, you can shut down the government, you can shut down the House through non-compliance approaches. Let's assume again. So we are in June. The second quarter of the budget is closing. I listened to the LRA boss on yesterday. And he said that certain lands, their conversation is for some people, smart people who thinking outside the box, people who can analyze, run critical analysis. It's not for people who get 10 degrees but can't think well. It's not for people wearing party t-shirt. The time for the party t-shirt discussion will come here. But for the one, it's a technical conversation we carry on. It's for people with analytical minds. It's not for people who wearing party t-shirt. Because you wear party t-shirt, I mean, that's so party t-shirt cloth that will bring in your brain. So it will undermine your sense of understanding and reasoning. So you will just some of you will just be passing around writing BS. That's what you do. So let's go. Let's continue the conversation so we don't get distracted. I was about to make the next point about the performance of our revenue. Yesterday, I listened to the LRA boss, and he said that certain lands, even though on the overall basis, the budget is performing, but there are certain lands that are not performing. For example, in kind of SOEs, they are supposed to pay fees to the government. None of them are in compliance. And if that continues, we are closing the second quarter of the budget year. And if that continues, it means there may be a potential shortfall as soon as we enter July and August, and the executive will be responsible for that shortfall because state-owned enterprises are not complying. For example, LPRC, MPA, they are not complying. They're not paying what they're supposed to pay as allocated in the budget. I mean, those lands are not performing. Then the activities and the programs that those lands are supposed to fund will be affected. At that point, there's a need. It becomes needful that the legislature record the budget to do a recast, or that the executive request the House or the legislature to do a recast of the budget, to do shifting and reshifting that will be able to accommodate government programs. When that recast goes to the House or to the legislature, you still need the House to start the conversation. Let's assume that in the case where the joint budget committees of the two houses meet and take a decision, conclude everything, they do that report, the report goes to the House. You need quorum to take action on the budget. And for the with a majority bloc say will not take action on this budget until Baka can do what he is supposed to do. That would lead us to shut down. The legislature is in session, so it cannot go home to sleep. But shutting down does not mean pack your bag, go home and sleep. Lawmakers don't come to work, just stay home. It means we'll go down there to Capitol building and we'll put non-compliant posture, which is legislatively accepted anywhere in the world. It is practiced all over in the world. How many times when you follow international news have not heard that the Congress has shut down the government for 24 hours, for the 8 hours, then 1 week the government is shut down. This is happening in great countries like the US. In Liberia, a small group of foolish people who just believe in wearing party t-shirt will just pile around with just nonsense. And they just use sentiment. Sentiment, nothing else. You said somebody made that and say you can't sit down here. Talk something you want to talk. Just sit down here. They do talking. Why are you understanding? What do you know about it? They will not tell you nothing. Nothing they will tell you. They will start doing battle cry and singing something else. So I hear people say, Funati crying, he too lazy, he weak, he not supposed to be crying on Baka. You call that crying? A speaker sits behind his gavel of authority and issue a warning. You call it crying? You know what crying is? Somebody telling you, if this is not done, we'll shut down the system. Then you say the man crying. Somebody who is crying can be threatening to shut down system. You know what it is to shut down system? Do you know what it is to shut down government functionaries? You must have power and authority, and you must know your power and your authority to issue a warning. That's leadership. That's leadership. Then you say he cried. At least that's what he said. Oh, Funadi crying. It's too early to start crying. It's too early to start complaining Baka. Who you complaining Baka to? If Funadi crying, he said, then what do we do now? No. That does not represent crying. Listen to the speaker again. Somebody is authoritatively warning another person. Then you say that he's crying. You interpret that as crying concerning the power of the legislature or the power of the house. Then you say he's crying. How do you call that crying? That's not crying. That was a warning that the speaker was using his gavel of authority in the presence of his lawmaker, his colleagues, to warn the executive. You say he crying? To all of you lawmakers, let me tell you, you gotta think outside the box. Don't allow public sentiment to sway your attention on what's happening. No, don't do that. And get public sentiment for a few. Do not allow that. What the speaker said yesterday was not a crying baby statement made. It was a stern warning to the executive that if you do not do this, we will put on non-compliance posture, which could lead to a shutdown of the system. There's a reason why Fonadi could not say we will shut down the legislature. If Fonadi had said we will shut down the legislature, I would have supported people for his impeachment, because that would be interfering with the Senate. There's a reason why he smartly did not say we will shut down the legislature. But in the context he spoke, their action could lead to shutting down the entire legislature. Because if they do not act on an instrument, the Senate will not act. If the Senate acts on an instrument and sends it to them, they will not act. It undermines the Senate's function as well. Because if they're not acting and the Senate is acting, using that political maneuvering and persuasion and all of that will not get quorum, or the committee chairman here, or if they decide to wear that posture, it means they're shutting down the legislature. But as a speaker of the house, he could not have said we will shut down the legislature, meaning you have been speaking on behalf of the Senate, which should have been a violation of their rules. So he smartly said we will shut down the house because that's the house he has authority over. In that context, my man Dawes Nantu did not think in that corridor. He didn't do critical analysis in that corridor. He said Fonadi does not have authority to shut down after 5 days when the Senate is in session. No, he cannot tell the Senate let's shut down together. Their action can compare the Senate, can strangulate the Senate operations, can stall the Senate's operations based on how they act. And if their actions are undermining the Senate's operations, it transfers to the executive and the judiciary. When that happens, how do you consider that? Isn't that a shutdown? So yes, shutdown is a legislative language. Shutting down is a legislative language that means non-compliance. It does not mean we go and pack our bed, we go to our houses to sit at home because he didn't pay us. And the statement made yesterday was not only about legislators' benefits. It was not only about legislators' benefits. Yesterday, the clerk was instructed to communicate with a number of people, including the LPRC boss. They are investigating this contract that was apparently awarded to a Ghanaian company by LPRC to import fuel without going through the legislature. To the extent that even Eco Bank granted them letter of credit to import fuel in the country without the agreement going through the legislature. They too, they want to know all these communications that go to these people, the internet station they use to exchange email, they have to pay for these services. So how do they function? How do they pay for these services when the executive is not releasing their allotment? And you think everything is just about straightforward thinking? Certain conversations are for certain people with certain experience. It's not for anybody. So you have to think outside the box. And then you have to contextualize people's statements, especially people in certain sectors of the government when they speak, place their statement in that context. And run your analysis. You understand better what they mean. We'll shut down the government, we'll shut down the house. And some of you think that is a joking statement. I hear my man that say a showmanship. What you call showmanship? You cover capital building for long. You know what can happen there. You know that if the house really wants to fight and they take one non-compliance posture, the executive will compare to release all their stuff. But in the spirit of working together, in the spirit of coordination, probably one people, I mean, I give the president chance today, exercise a power small, so it doesn't appear like we're fighting. I don't want to be a speaker that will appear like I'm boxing the president. Even if there are indications to show that some members of his executive are attempting to start a fight with the legislature, I'm not prepared for that. I'm prepared to use my gavel as speaker to support the president's agenda. Unlike what the president say, I don't want you to support my agenda. I will keep inviting fight onto me. I want you out to fight. And when I'm pushed, then it means we have to just fight because I try to run away. You follow me to my hall. I leave my hall. I go to my friend hall. You follow me there. Now I can keep running away from my friend man. So let me issue a warning first. For not to issue the warning, then I say he's scared, he's crying. When he not issue the warning, you say he not want fight, he not want act, he just said it now. So what do you all want everybody to do? The last action is to start fighting. That's the last action for a leader. So you can want, you get advice, you can seek inquiry, you can ask questions, you can make different things, you can issue warning, you can issue threat and things. But when you reach a point now where action needs to be taken, then it means the fight has started. You don't want to start fighting then without exhausting all of the channels available to you. That will not be good leadership. Even those of you who are heads of anything, when somebody kind of wear on time, what they say? What do they tell you to do? Issue advice the person or something, or warn the person verbally. The second time, warn the person written communication. They tell a friend, set the second written communication. Some people will say they tell a friend, suspend the person for 1 month. Some people will say they tell a friend, suspend the person will all pay. Or some will say they tell a friend, suspend the person for 1 month will pay. Suspend the person for 1 month will all pay. Or for 3 months. That, fifth offense, sixth offense, then dismiss the person. Our CSA law say no, you get issue for warning, you issue verbal warning, written warning, and then suspension. And then when the person does not come to work consistently, 10 days consistently, it means that person automatically is no longer an employee of government. So it's a process in achieving what you want to achieve as a leader in government, in leadership. That is a process. You have to pass through. There are layers, there are channels that you have to pass through. Warning is not the last option from the leadership of the house. Warning is just part of the options. Any matter who will sit down and warn you, I mean that person knows his or her capacity to reach a point where you warning another person who appears to be your superior. Because in that case, that warning was going to the Ministry of Finance, but indirectly it was for Joe Barker because he's the head of the executive. So anybody who will decide to issue a warning, it means that person knows his or her capacity. That person knows his or her strength. That person knows his or her potential. So the person will issue warning. Listen, if we cannot come to a resolution on this matter, we're going to shut the house down. Everybody start running, say, oh, for Nadine, they come and shut the house down. Like they do, they go to the house and they go sit down there. How you interpret statement there? When that is a political theater, a horse of power play, a house of political maneuvering, a house of lobbying, a house of politics, propaganda, public relations. Then you say that you take one statement as physical, face value. You take it, say, shut down me, pack your book, go to your hall. That's what my other men saying here. Eh? All of us consider me shutting down to me, somebody crying, the speaker crying. If he crying there, what's about us? Some people will straighten the statement to him as an individual. They say he crying. The statement made yesterday was made on behalf of the leadership of the house. It was made on, if any lawmaker had disagreement with the statement made yesterday, they went to executive, they could have expressed a disagreement in executive. But you see, the way we spoil things in this country, some people go to jump to radio stations, some leaders go to jump to radio station and just start talking loosely. Your leader has spoken, he has made a statement. If you have disagreement with the statement or observation, what do? You go there address it in executive, because right after that statement, there was a motion for executive. How can you move and then you come outside, you just passing all around, just talking. Just talking? Look, leadership comes with maturity. It comes with experience. Critical thinking. Careful evaluation of the matter before you. But folks, we have to think outside the box. A decent political statement, a firm, strong political statement was made yesterday by the speaker. If anybody should be warrior, it should be the executive. Because the executive should know that the legislature has capacity. It has power to strangulate plenty of things. The people got appropriation power. Even you, Minister of Finance, I can normally support the budget. I mean, submit the budget to the house. You know they have appropriation power. And what they appropriate, that what you will work with. They decide what you work with. They decide how you spend money. Where you spend money, who you give money to. They sit down and say, Minister of Finance, your budget that 8 million, we reduce it to 2 million. What you do? Isn't that a form of legislative strangulation? If they really want to shut down, you did shutting down only mean they all the representatives, y'all go to your houses. You bring the budget to the people. The people say, no, we're giving you 7 million. Most of the government entities have not submitted their budget performance report. The House of Senate will not act on the budget until all of you submit your budget performance report. As they processing a budget performance report, nothing taking place. They're waiting for it. Anybody who not be budget performance report will not making allotment to you. Will not making allocation to you. Don't you see that as a form of shutting down the system? Because you've already projected. And they can call it number 70% cut. What do you think is going to happen to you? Your operations in the executive. It's going to stall your operations. Because when you do not have the capacity, the financial capacity to fund your programs and your activities, obviously you get strangulated. And the legislature has that power to do so. So if Funadi spoke about shutting down, some of you gotta think fast and think critically. Outside the box too. By placing a statement in context. What does it mean? But you just restricting it to shut down. To me, pack your bowl, go home. Because he won't give us money. That's why someone say, they say when Liberian people can think. When they say, they insulting us. But some people can be right. Because some of us, we don't think outside the box. We just restrict our mind, our thinking to one way, in one direction. That's another way. You bring your budget to the people, say, man, farm ministry will give you reducing your budget to 7 million from 22 million to 7 million. Because some of these lands are not performing. The president of it, Ministry of State, you know what I mean? All the money for the other operation, they're not necessary. We're using the money for 32 million to 10 million. What do you do? The only thing Baka get to do is not to sign the budget. So when they pass it, they send it to the Senate. The Senate says, no, we're not concord with the reduction in the Ministry of State budget. We put in the bar. When they put it by the House, we not agree. What do we do? Form a conference committee. We go to the conference committee, we say, no, we're not agreeing. The opposite will agree. The opposite will not agree. They will be only like that. I mean, the budget will not go to the president for signature. When that happens, that is a form of shutdown. That legislative politics, my people. So shutting down didn't mean pack your bag, go home, go sit down home long because you didn't get benefit. Shutting down was made, the statement of shutdown was made in context. We have to place it in the context and apply the realness in it. The possibility of doing so. The enforcement method, the implementation method, we have to look at all of these things. And say, but I think the statement made is a strong political statement that needs to be seriously considered by the executive. People say Funadi spoke all the order, he spoke all the context, he was not smart, he was crying, he was dead. No, folks, that's not crying. Anybody who will consider that statement as a crying coming from a speaker would not be reading readily, would not be reasoning well. No. That is a strong political statement that if I were in the president's office, I would not want out to go that route. We start having a conversation. Mr. President, this is the situation. What is the real issue? Call the fan. Probably Joe Biden even in the know of what's happening. Maybe that Boma Kamara, the only thing they're doing. Who knows? You call them. Mr. Speaker, what's the issue? Here are the issues. The speaker also has the authority, the House has the authority to invite the president. You know all I wanted. So the people got paid too much power. That is why the main issue of warning. Then you say he crying. He get power. Why he not using the power? They made that you want the power to warn. They have that gavel in Nake. We will shut down. He used the power to warn. He said, if this cannot be done, we will shut down. There were two things we did. We say one the man crying, then we interpret shutting down the me. We tell our bear, we go, we're not going to work. That they want the power in SSR, but only the president and the executive. Then the man SSR the power for all the place a statement in content, they just start calling it crying, the man crying. The man crying. The article called crying, someone threatening to shut down government. He say he crying. Fonati could not say we shut down government. He could not say we shut down the legislature. They playing get authority and say we will shut down the house. So we can use our powers here to maneuver our way through and ensure that the executive gets strangulated. Then we can sit on the table now to talk. Okay, they put you from tell you, bring it here. They put you to job, bring it here. Then we'll fix it. And that's the process, and that's how the process works. So you all have to place this thing in the context, and then we can be able to understand what we mean and what the speaker meant. Okay? Until you do that, you will still be giving a misinterpretation. Until you do that, you will still be giving a misinterpretation. Okay? So let's go to the telephone lines and pick a few calls, and then when we come back, we talk to our guest. Okay, so yes, let's go to the telephone lines on 077672 0776 104 104 0886 500 104. Those are the two main numbers to call and be a part of the show. And then we'll move on and then we'll take a few calls on the WhatsApp as well. We'll take just 5 or 6 calls this morning, and then we'll go to our guests. Let's talk to Jala Grayfield as well. Jala, good morning.
Good morning, Austin, and good morning to the many Liberians listening. You know, I've been following your show, and it's good today that the station is not jammed today as it was done the other day. I was following, and I couldn't get anything better, but I kept listening.
Okay.
Because what was being said was something that was worth listening to. Look, I listened to the speaker, and you just put it right not too long ago. Fonati did not say we're going to shut down the legislature. He knows very well there are two horses there.
Yeah.
The one that he has authority over, as you have said, is the one he said they will shut it down. So how do people understand these kind of conversations? Now, when the president now, Joseph Boakai was in opposition, when he was running to be president, he made a statement in this country. He said, if the people attempt to steal the election, that will be the end of Liberia.
Sure.
How does one understand that? Did they mean to say that they will burn out Liberia? No. Woman Boakai was not saying they will burn out Liberia. In short, he was saying that they will take actions that will compel government to do the right thing. That will be protestation. There will be a lot of other things they will do. It's not shutting down the country, but burning it down. When this kind of situation occurred in the house before Omar Ellen Joseph Salif, where Mr. Boakai sat there at the time as the head of the Senate, you saw the man like John Davis. He was a lobbyist for Ellen.
Yeah.
He was from one office to the other, lobbying with the legislature, with the members of the lower house or the Senate, whatever the problem was, to talk to them and lobby with them to ensure that these things happen better. But is there a lobbyist now for the executive branch of government? They can go and sit with the speaker. They have this kind of conversation. What's going on? Then one senator say the man is show making. I don't understand why he does show making. He has an authority to say we're shut down the legislature to the action. Because it is our holding a serious bill that will come to the legislature as well as the lower house for ratification of our SYC, and they cannot pass it. Well, it impedes the function of the government. I don't want to weigh on that.
Thank you very much, Jala. And so let's go and speak to this person from the diaspora. Abi, go ahead. Good morning.
And good morning to your listening audience. Look, Austin, I don't know. You said you.
Oh, Abi, I don't know why you always leaving the line. Abi, why you always leaving the line at times?
Yeah, Austin, I just went up. No, but you're squeezing at the morning, my dear brother. But I don't know if I can follow American politics. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, because just I think a few months ago we were talking about government shutdown. Yeah, because the Republican Congress, which is headed by Speaker Johnson, they wanted something. They wanted something to be part of the budget. So, and the White House got to give it to them. They got to have negotiation. That's what speakers, Kofa are talking about. They will say, look, you have to get us our benefit before we act on a particular bill you want us to act on. That's shutting down.
Exactly.
I think 3 months ago, we were talking about shutting down government, yeah. So I don't know where your colleague coming from. You say you want a war and all of that, but like you regularly said, when people wear the party T-shirt and sentiment, they just go out and just mislead the public. That's what happened. So Speaker Kofa cannot say I will shut the entire legislature down. No, there are two houses. One is headed by the protem, and one is headed by the speaker. And any installment, financial installment, what happened? It have to pass to the House of Representatives. If it come from the Senate, it got to come to the House of Representatives to be concurred with. So the one that you have control over, you can shut it down. So I don't know where your colleague going around. So I thank you for the show, man. You ready to school in the morning, man.
Thank you. Let me talk to Aaron Gwen, and then we come back locally to speak with 2 more persons. Could you please usher in our guest? Good morning.
Miss Aaron, joining from the US.
Okay, let's hear you.
Austin, thank you so much for the topic on this spectrum. If only few Liberians understand the power of the horse, I don't think they're going to be making such a statement, because the horse can impeach Joe Barker anytime in the week. So let Joe Barker and his guests come and be playing for one of the house. I think the speaker was speaking in the form of cohesion. Cohesion means for them to stick together.
Yeah.
And the speaker also make a statement. He said if it's a condition clause. So I don't know why the guys running away around the place and say the man's weak. No, he's not weak. You're only trying to send a warning out to them. So if Joe Barker and his government do not listen at the end of the day when the horse decide to take a radical approach on the executive branch of government, these are the same people who will be crying again.
Yeah.
Saying the horse is not willing to work along with the government.
But
So I think
the president.
Joe Barker has to see reason to work along with the speaker, because the speaker is open. Even we from the CDC will say the man's working with Joe Barker, because why? He wants smooth and transparent government. So if the government refuses to work with the horse, I think they are doing it to the very self, because they can't stick together and come from the executive branch of government. I think they're going to be desperate for Liberian people. Thank you, Austin.
Thank you very much. We'll talk to Edmond as the last person from the diaspora. Edmond, go ahead.
Hey, good morning. This is the visionary repair guy that keeping Barker to the fire to the
Okay, I see you.
And I call you from Weaver Street community. Yeah. I don't know how the Liberian people sometimes look at issue. That I was saying on another platform, every time we talk about this suffering, that means we're not allowed something to go on the right way. The speaker is in the right direction. In fact, the speaker has exposed the executive bigly, meaning all that Barker has done to make sure that the speaker is removed from his position. He's still proceeding on that path. He are not giving up yet. Because why he will supply the Senate and then leave up the House of Representatives? So he is right to speak up, because if he doesn't speak up, the police will be thinking that he is colliding with the executive to roll his colleague in the House. So it's in the record. This is what we want from them. Don't keep it as a secret. Come on, don't expose this unprepared government to the internet. Because can you imagine the guys that are going to NGO? We are even hearing that or some of the NGOs from the embassy have everything only launching. Can you imagine that?
Sure.
What is happening to all? And then they jumping out with the resources.
Okay, my brother.
So this is the way the speakers speak up, and that I expose them. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Dominic Wallow, lastly, go ahead. You're the last caller.
Good morning, Austin.
Good morning.
This is Dominic Wallow. I'm calling from Clarendon. The guys, maybe they're not reading, service. That House of Representatives that is not branch by itself. So the speaker is in a capacity to declare anything there with the acquaintance or members. So the executive branch at different place, the judiciary at different place. So that speaker is speaking in a capacity of the gavel he has. So I don't see what's wrong with it, because the guys are not reading. They are just passing around with blind loyalty. The speaker is right 100%. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Dominic. So that's where we are, folks. We will so we go to our guest from the They may send me different information. So let me get the real information. The first one, okay, but I know Dominic. I know Dominic name comes from it's a member of the Liberia Business Registry. I also know that hey, you're still calling me. I'm not taking call. So that other one you're on, then no, I'm not taking call again. Okay, so we will speak to two other persons at the 10 o'clock, two other winners at 10 o'clock, and then we'll call it a day on all of you who've won for yourself monies this money on our cash giveaway. So it's a microphone, okay? Oh no. Okay, let's see. Let me try mommy. Mommy, just try my. How are you?
Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Okay. Okay. Dominic, good morning.
Good morning.
How can I need that surface on the itinerary that I have here? Only Barry needs surface.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We wait together with panel in crime and in half.
So how many crimes have you all committed so far?
Crimes. In the interest of the people.
Okay. But it's good having you two here, man, for us to talk about this Metex thing, which we do have a huge interest in. So, but I'd like to know firstly, how are things been going with the both of you, or your business, your different businesses, and all of that? How's everything?
Well, first of all, let me thank the Freedom family and the listener outside there. We need to say good morning, good afternoon, and whatever you are. Well, for now, business is not too good. The salary is not too bad. It's just very friendly referred to as come see, come ça. You know, in our tradition in Liberia, whenever government change, it takes some time before business pickups. So for right now, the business is very tense.
Okay.
You know, our business people are complaining because if the business community do not make money, I don't think the government will make money. If the business community will make business, I don't think the government will make business because we have to make business before we pay taxes to the government.
Sure.
So for now, you know, everything at a standstill, you know, because of the change of government. So we believe that in subsequent time,
things might get better.
Things might get better. The way I look at things.
Okay, Dominic?
Well, we are here, still being spectators in our own economy. Business as usual, foreigners is standing on our head because our governments, after governments, keep putting us in tomato cups, so the foreigner always dish out with broomsticks. So we're here.
Okay, now this one we want to place emphasis on just Metex. Okay, I need to tell us what is your understanding of the operations that Metex is doing.
So we're being told that even it was at the standing that we got to know that there's 3 different Metex.
3?
Yeah, 3 different Metex.
Yes, you're on camera.
There's 3 different Metex. We got to know by the Senate that there's 3 different Metex. But we were thinking there is 2 because the 2 we knew that it was in court.
Okay, so you are at the Senate hearing, right?
I went in very late, but they canceled the hearing because Metex boss didn't go. And Metex is owned by the same person that owned Beaver. Metex is a pharmaceutical company name. If you Google it, the same man that owned Beaver, what they call Metex. So it's like old wine in new bottle. And a lot of issues we have with them. One have to do with delaying your paperwork. Delay your paperwork to the extent that you run into storage and tomorrow.
What kind of paperwork do they do for you?
So if you input a container, that container documents, Metex even is the one that decide how much you pay. It's LRA, they're doing LRA job.
To do evaluation?
Yes. You will bring your manifest, the local aid, or your listing, the invoice, the local aid, and tell you no, the money you pay abroad is not the money. The company number is there, the company email is there, contact them. But they will go and bill you unnecessarily. We have complained that entire. And how Metex can be doing LRA job. When they came, they promised that they were going to build warehouse because Metex were contacted by the Custom Commissioner and the former CG, which is Thomas Nolan, is so rest in peace. And they told us we'll come in, we'll build you a warehouse. will pay you a DI site and will bring you a scanner to fast track putting out your containers. To our utmost surprise, none of these things happen. They are still yet fighting over the land because land was given to them. I think APN terminal took some of the land or who's took it. But the main thing here is, why are you doing LRA job? Why are you delaying our people work? Why are you giving us short charges? It's too much.
Short charges?
Yeah, short charges is 350. Short payment. Just for a flying sheet. You pay the first 250, and then after they look up and look down and say short payment. But we can elaborate more on it.
Short payment, what is that, Barry?
Thank you very much once again. The issue about medtech scientific, the government is fully aware about medtech, the past government and other past government and so on and so forth. We flip it out because people are concentrating about GTMS. For me, studying the issue about GTMS before coming to the issue about medtech, we understood that GTMS were having, legitimacy with the government, and they were on the right directions, providing the ASPI. ASPI is the International Shipping and Port Security. But for medtech scientific, my colleague said they used to be with Beaver. And it's this Lebanese company that brought them, Nabi Hassan, here in Son, Ramsey Hassan. The father is the chairman of the board and the son is the CEO. It's a family cartel. Okay, there was here during Charles Taylor time, they used to do business with Charles Taylor, if you can well. They brought Beaver here. They made Beaver to be under the Ministry of Commerce, will cause noise. They moved under the Ministry of Commerce, they went under the Ministry of Finance. Will cause noise. At the end of the day, we reported the matter to the WTO. The WTO, Liberia wanted to be part of it. Liberia joined the WTO, and the WTO said that, having Beaver at the time here is against the World Trade Organization. It's against the third-party engagement.
Yeah.
So if Liberia want to be part of the WTO, that means they have to cancel Beaver. So that's how they brought, this Metis. Rama Kulisa is a pharmaceutical company. The same Nabi Hassan, he's the one, and his son. His son was in Dubai. He used to be between Dubai and Sierra Leone. All right? So they registered the company in Liberia. His father registered here because he had the company in Dubai. So Real Makolisa will have 3 meters on the ground. The one are here, and the one that the government signed contract with are in Dubai. That were having the contract because their functions is to provide scanning machines. Now, before reaching to that, the LRA knew very well they can do the job because their work is pre-destination inspection.
Okay.
Now, the WTO decided to abort, to cancel the pre-destination inspection. We don't need pre-destination inspection, to environment all over the world because it's causing a lot of problems. Yeah. So they decided to do a destination inspection where they continue this year, they decided to inspect it because it was very cost intensive. When the pre-destination inspection, they used to collect 1.2% and 1.5% for each container because they were doing it overseas. Yeah. But now the container is here, and LRA will do the work to inspect container here. We talk about, a scanning of container, a documentary inspection. That's the work of LRA. Yeah. But some elements of LRA decided to come up with that, without technique, by creating avenue, to explore the business community, explore the Liberian people. You understand me? So they decided to bring this particular, company to call Metis. Just what my colleague said, you taking the new one, they put it the article for the old bottle.
So all Metis does is just to evaluate.
They do evaluation. But the evaluation and doing that is evaluation of article market value. Market value. You understand me? They're not even using the current one that the WTO is using, that is GATT. What is GATT? A General Agreement for Trade and Tariff. They're not using it. They're using the Brussels definition that was expired in 1952. You understand me? And I will understand that particular Brussels definition is causing a hard problem because you just determine your own price. If I say I bought the phone in Dubai for $100 US, He said, you say, no, I don't buy $100. The article, the telephone number is there because when you buy from anybody abroad, all the information is there in the receipt. You just follow up and make a call and send me and find out what's the price. He said me that will call God. That's a general agreement. He said me because it's outside there, whip it outside, you can see the price for yourself. That should be their responsibility by custom. But custom hire them. That's what I said. But certain people in that custom department, they send me to getting small cash and what have you. You get me? So it was going on. They wanted to increase the price, for 1.2%, to push our legs to 3%. When the later module now, we met at the Minister of Commerce. We told him he can work. He said he decided to cancel the price. They will move on. So but then they have to maintain the beaver price 1.2%, until January. They will ask the question, why should you maintain beaver price? We don't need beaver in our trade environment. He said you are signed to the WTO. He said, oh no, we need a scanning machine. For the people of Moreover, we need a warehouse for Liberians. Because Liberia is the only country that involved into groupage. You can see 10, 15, 20, 50 Liberians join together in one continent in China. You understand me? Yeah. So because there's no support from the government, there's no support from the World Bank, there's no support for the IMF. You understand me? So Liberia are suffering crediting money from money changer to go to China with high interest. Okay, so they have to join together, to get 50 or 20 people in one container. Yeah. Now, if you bring out goods already, maybe for example, Dominic have a goods in a container, I have a goods in a container. Dominic decide to have some of the credit money to free his goods, but I'm not ready. So automatically that goods are to be in a particular warehouse. If Dominic ready to free his goods, he can go and pay his own money, he take his goods from there. If Barry ready to pay in the other money, that's how the agreement was made. Based on that, we agree. He said me, provided I even raise the issue, I said, why should we, it should be a pre-finance because that's our system in Liberia. Anyway, in Liberia should be a pre-finance. Okay. They should pre-finance it instead of we paying for a service, because they are a service provider. We cannot pay for a service we're not even seeing the service. This keep dragging at the end of the day, we reach to, article January 1st, we told the later module now. He said, if you decide to increase the price, we will shut down the entire country. He decided to leave it as it is. We're maintaining the expectation that he told us he saw the warehouse, the land in Freeport. He said, on flamboyancy. At the end of the day, that land is still empty.
That means Metas doesn't have an office.
Metas have an office, but what they said they're going to do, because they are service provider, they could not do it. They're supposed to construct a warehouses for our people. They're supposed to build a scanning machine, because right now if you get a report to get a container is very difficult because you have to open your container and be checking one by one. But if you have a scanning machine, that's how it happens in other countries. Okay. But it's not happening in Liberia here. For the past 4 to 5 years now, we're saying they have been operating without this, and they're collecting money from us under false pretense. So we are calling on the legislature and the government. So that money they collected for the per year because we are service provider, that money should be given back to us to send it to our to government cover. That will be recited immediately. If we don't do that, we will take matters to the ECOWAS court. We are making our mind already. And any decision coming Friday, because these people do not respect our legislature. How the legislature will write the CEO of this book of companies? 3 companies, is it government stupid or some company or 3 companies at the same time? No. Government some company, only one company. And now we have 3 methods.
And the 3 methods are operating.
They are operating
separately in the pool.
They are operating separately because it was demonstrated. They go Monday. We went to the Senate. The one for Dubai was represented by someone. The one for the other one represented by someone else.
And the other one, the person was not here.
And the other one, the person was not here. And all of them. Send me the Liberian approach for them, which of course fronting for foreigners is against our law. They say, and the legislature almost hold them for contempt because they have to provide the CEO that signed contract. He said me that are hold this particular company. Send me to give explanation to the Liberian people why he said that. He said me to do this function. Send me because the approvers the service provider, we paying for the services, we're not getting the services. And besides that, Metal certificate, they are causing storage and demurrage for the Liberian people. All the containers, we get more than 1,000 containers at the port. Take the microphone, you go to the people of Malaysia. All the containers that are in that DR site. So you can't find one Lebanese, the destination inspection are there.
Okay.
So it's a government that built it. You say me, it's allowed 5 containers in sort of, because there's always be a container in the 4 container. There's always be a well that will take 25 containers. You understand me? So when you get there, you say me, all the containers that you see over there for Liberian. You cannot find one container that belongs to Lebanese.
So why are they keeping the containers there?
Oh, because of storage and demurrage. We cannot afford it. Yesterday, my brother had to pay $3,000 for storage. To clear his
on their
because of our storage and demurrage. So that the shipping line delay, they say a metal scientific delay is continuing that cause storage and demurrage. These are the problems that we're facing today. That's the reason doing business in Liberia is very hard, it's very difficult than any other country in the sub-region. So we call on our government, because President Boga is my father. He said we call on him, we know what he's capable of doing. He said there will be no business as usual. He said, but some of us we are disappointed the manner in which our common minister has all been protecting the Liberian businesses. Trying to support methods to stay in Liberia. It's unwelcoming. It's unwelcoming. So we are watching the legislature. Any attempt by saying keeping methods from here, the business community will shut down.
How will you do that?
Oh, definitely we can do it. We did it before we can do it. But the police officer slapped the fuller old man to realize. I said, I was on Front Street. I give order for Rila to close down for 2 days. We persevere time. Just a second. It's not even hard for us to do it.
Because these are some of the concerns that folks have been raising. Every time we hear, you see Dominic with time hearing in now. Because
that's the reason. Dominic is my friend. I just took over the fuller business association.
You are not taking actions.
We are taking action.
You're just talking, you're not taking action. We are critical action that will force government to act.
That's the reason we wrote the Senate concerning the metrics issues. Our communication is there. We have all the copies. We wrote the Minister of Justice. We wrote the LRA. We wrote the Minister of Commerce. You understand me? We have communication that are in fact complaining methods behavior in Liberia. We don't need methods from here. All the money they collected, we don't have money back because they're service provider. Those services that we cannot provide those services, we pay for it, we have to give our money back. The money have to go to the government of Liberia. The government of Liberia need money. And the work that Methods is doing, the LRA can do it.
But the LRA is saying we can't do it.
So if they can't do it, they have to find a remedy for the business community to do it. We know people among us that can do it. It's not a big deal and do it. But they even have 50 workers suddenly in their area and they're making that kind of plenty of money. You understand me? So these things that are stopped, the business community is not happy. That's the reason today we have the price of rice is very high in the market. Because Metals is collecting $14.80 per metric ton.
$14.80
per metric ton. That's in collecting for us. Importation in Liberia. So just I'm totally serious. You understand me? So automatically, these are the things that are causing the rate to go. We don't need metals in Liberia because it's against the WTO. The third party engagement.
Well, let me see. 14
per 80 cents.
80 cents?
Per 80 cents, yeah. 14 per 80 cents per metric ton.
It's you. Let's say times 10,000 metric tons. So every time they assume 10,000 metric ton of rice is imported, but 4 companies import 10.
100,000
times 4.
That's
500.
That's the money they're making, constantly and every. That was just one part of it. We won't talk about the gas.
Yeah, rest. Gas in there.
Gas not doing other stuff. So the issue here is we call our legislators because they are the proper representation for us. And thank God, we thank the poor 10 by constituting a particular committee headed by Amara Collin. And we trust the ability of Amara Collin and the rest of the committee members and what they're capable of doing. Essentially, we need to get result from there. But any attempt, essentially, by doing the Liberian business thing as usual, we do not work with the business community.
For us, we look forward to seeing a more stronger. I remember one time you guys took an action on the port, and that was really
We took the action
that was really
here
an
under
action.
Patel before during Maransali time. We took the action during Joria time. You understand me? Bring back our money. The entire country was shut down.
But this thing about
You
this,
understand me?
this
The people
particular
on the road.
conversation about demurrage, and especially storage, is an old age problem that has affected all of you because of the existing all of back then, Metex now, and other
They're
companies.
the one that causing it. They are not the one that are collecting the storage and the demurrage. The demurrage can come from the shipping line, and storage can come from APN terminal. And the issue about the shipping line as well, the shipping line are not being monitored by the government. You see me? If your manifest are supposed to be in the next 15 minutes, you know what I mean? They will tell you that in the next 14 minutes, out of 24 hours, you should get a manifest ready for your container, which is not possible.
So at that point, you have to incur.
You have to get some charges. A lot of charges for the shipping lines.
What's about this tracking? What's for the tracking of your containers as well?
What you're talking about?
The how you call it? I think there's beef. There's GTMS stores.
GTMS, that is cargo tracking.
Yes.
Cargo tracking container. The cargo tracking note.
Yeah.
The cargo tracking note. Their prices were very high. One. Number two, they used to charge for late fees. Other different fees. We engage them strongly during the time. So we started with them and listening to us. They remove those charges.
Okay.
And bring their prices down. For them, they can listen. We can listen. They can talk with the same APN terminal. But the Metex don't want to listen to us because they feel that they are Lebanese people. They can do anything in this country. They say the government is in their pocket.
That was not true. They can't do anything.
So that's the reason you have a father and a son running a company. They send me along with some Liberians, that feel they can do anything in this country. So you see, so for the issue about Metex, about GTMS, we understood the contract. We engaged the APN, the APN terminal. The APN terminal we discussed with them. The National Port Authority will talk with them. They make all the honesty to meet the CTN. Even by confirming the Minister of Commerce, confirming the new CTN. The LRA confirmed the new CTN. The Minister of Finance confirmed the new CTN. The Central Bank confirmed the new CTN. Listen, but the only issue I have with CTN is the price. As we speak right now, we are negotiating for even bring the price further. After they already bring the price, they're going to bring it down further. Because the government of Liberia needs CTN because it's in favor of the International Maritime Organization.
So what happens to the tracking number they gave you?
That's what I'm talking about, because they try to continue against terrorism. If you can remember, what they 1 million drugs, that 100 million drugs that came to Liberia.
GTMS are flagging up.
GTMS are flagging up. And even the weapon, GTMS are flagging up. You understand me? Because they're providing, post security for the port of Liberia. They're alarming somebody because in 24 hours after you load your container, you will get a signal already. Right in that container, they will know. So for them, we don't have too much issue with them.
Okay. Let me flag another one. I know you said we should just stick to GTMS. But we are being Metex, okay. We are being killed by LRA in the sense that the new LRA CG want to raise $1 billion under the kind of Spaniard economy. And raising money up for government is not a bad thing, but you cannot raise $1 billion at the detriment of the people. Container we used to clear for 5,000 with not clearing it for 9,000, 8,000. Container used to clear for 7,000, he clearing it for $14,000. He needs to go back to his thinking room and rethink, because for every high price you put on a businessman, being a foreign business or local businesses, he's going to put it on the end user. Who is the end user? The same people that brought this government into power. President Baga said, think Liberia, build Liberia, and love Liberia. If we want to love Liberia and build Liberia, we're not going to build Liberia at the detriment of ourselves. Then we are not building Liberia.
You make business for profit. How is that your issue? When
it's my issue because it will delay us to sell. If you continue as to pay for 7,000, I paid 14,000 yesterday. The other ones to pay 6,000, I paid 13,000, 12,900 and change.
What is the reason for this?
We don't know. Just go up. The bill.
So you don't know. You don't have any.
We go and ask questions. Yeah, you're forced to pay. You compulsory. At the end of the day, you bring those things outside. You have to sell at the detriment of the people. You got to kill the people in selling. And it's not a good thing. Government cannot raise revenue at the detriment of the people. If the government really want to make money, let me give them some advices. The first place, any government come into power after the first or second or third week, the president or the meet with the private sector. President Baga haven't met with the private sector of the person. Today is the 6th month or the 5th month. I stand to be corrected. He haven't met with the private sector. You have to sit with them and understand. If President Baga was to sit with us, the President Eden did, President Weah did. But now he wasn't going to go through the rest crisis that he's going through. He did 2 trips. He never took anybody with him from the private sector, not from the Chamber of Commerce, not from the Liberian Business Association. The oversight, I will call it oversight. Probably he have a lot on his table, but he need to right some of those wrongs. Because if you hear from the horse's mouth directly, remember when President Weah called us, when he heard from our mouth, he did executive order right away. The 2 different times he called us, he talked to us directly, he gave executive order. The highest minister and started blocking us from going, because they know when we go and meet him, he would do the right thing. We did it with Manaseri, the same thing results we got it in return. When we told Manaseri of the interest rate at central bank and the bigger banking institution, she yelled on that table. She asked the central bank governor when he was present. He said, "What am I hearing? What asset bank taking interest rate of 72%, 75%?" She said, "What's going on?" And she told them right away I should go and rectify the wrong you're doing to the people. So President Baga needs to sit with some of us. We are like we're more than technicians, because we've been in the private sector for the last 25 years, 30 years, 15 years, 10 years. We have the experience, and we are the end user. We are the consumer. We are the off-takers. The rest, the Lebanese, Indian, and Chinese, whosoever importing in the country, they aren't eating it. You and myself eating it. President Baga, I guess he's not eating it. President Weah didn't eat it yesterday. They will eat Uncle Ben because they can afford. So you need to talk to us. Now your ministers, your cabinet minister will always tell you lies. You need to meet with the private sector. And there's some money being given by World Bank a few days. That money, again, I want to say on the public platform, if World Bank really want to do good for Liberian-owned businesses, they should give that money to the Liberian Business Association, not to the Bureau Banking. Do you know that they're giving the money to the banks for 3% interest rate, and the bank will give it for 15%, 18%, and ask you for property value that your parents don't have, just because they don't want to give you to take it to give it to Lebanese and Indians again? For what? We want to say to World Bank. You have to communicate officially with the World Bank. We have said it over and over. From Manasari time, we said it. What? Have you formally communicated? Yes, and we're going to continue it. We're going to go to the office. If they cannot listen, we'll go to the office and print us outside the offices. Because the name that going outside there, that they gave loan to Liberian businesses, and Liberian businesses don't benefit from it, because the very banking institution going to add 19% over the 3% that they gave, and then those money not for the banking institution, give it directly to the Liberian Business Association with the Commerce Ministry. You don't have to give it to the bank again to go add interest rate there. How can a man in Wheelbarrow get a property of $10,000 because of the thing they will ask for? There's a clear indication they don't want to give it to you. They give hundreds of millions of dollars to LBDI Bank doing John B.S. Davidson. They took all of the money and gave it to foreign businesses. Liberian never benefit out of it. You see, they get construction loan and all us things. You might say all to go to any other bank and take construction loan for money that World Bank gives to African Development Bank, World Bank, and donors give to Liberian for us to empower ourselves. But those money are being given to our foreign brothers and friends. For what? We are too wicked to ourselves in this country. It needs to stop. Commerce Minister, if you listen to me, you my brother and friend, you need to change some of the things. The government come for changes. We need to do the right thing. We need to right the wrongs that we saw yesterday. And righting those wrong, the right thing have to happen. Liberian need to be in charge of the economy. Lebanese men cannot sell wholesale, retail, and supply, nothing being left for us. We want our 100% retail right, and we have to do the supply. Let it sit in the warehouse or the factories and do the wholesale. Also, they will impress you to know that people will come and go ask for tax incentive only to find out they bring in finishing products. They say they will allow the government to employ Liberians. We have flexed those things out, but they seem to go on a deaf ear. How can Lebanese men be selling my crush rack to me? He brought crush rack from Lebanon. How can a Chinese man be selling my sin to me? He brought sin. Those businesses for Liberian. We need the right thing to be done. Just start playing fun on us government officials and Mr. President. We tired being spectator in our own economy. Liberian belongs to Liberian.
Also, let me just come in for a minute.
Yeah, come in.
Let me just come in for a minute. For a minute. The issue here is when Dominic spoke about go ahead. What Dominic spoke about is about the World Bank money. Yes, if the Liberian government want for us to implement the 26 business that is have for Liberian. So those were their money, is all money that is supposed to give to Liberian business community directly instead of instead of the commercial bank. You see me? Because according to the international standard, an organization that is recognized by the government of Liberia is a collateral by itself. You understand me? The Liberian Business Association, the Fuller Business Association can be a collateral. No money. You understand me? So you cannot take the money you put in the commercial banks. That's what Dominic said. Money that intended for all, you the government, you can't give your money. Because you have $50 million there, like a peanut. You cannot give it all. The World Bank decided to give you 40 million. Then you say 20 million for grant, 20 million for loan. You say me, you want to play with that money. We got to cause no green, the past regime. That money got to stay. Now, Murad decided to bring the money into the table to give the Liberian businesses. But they come with that kind of high demands. Send me the asking for your grandfather, adequate you send me how when you get the grandfather grant adequate lending. That money is intended for Liberian businesses. It's not intended for foreign businesses. The World Bank did not empower foreign businesses. The only way they can empower foreign businesses, they can pass through the IFC. So if you have a turnover of $1 million a year plus, then it can be able to help you. But small money that coming for 40 or 50 million or 100 million for small businesses, for SME, they're taking that money, you decide to carry the commercial bank for what? If you cannot give the money to us directly, I'm saying in public hearing, send me in the public space, send me, then the World Bank should take that money back. We don't need that money. World Bank should trust also the Liberian Business Association and the Fuller Business Association. We can be a guarantee for our people, send me, for that particular money. But if the Minister of Commerce feel that, they are not trust us, then they carry the money back to World Bank. We don't need the money.
Okay, Mohammed Barry is for the president. Yeah, the president or chairman? President for the Fuller Business Association, the new president for the Fuller Business Association. And this is your first time here on our show, right? On the show?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
So so he's the new president for the Fuller Business Association. We don't have time, so maybe we'll take 3 calls. And then from the public on these issues, and then we go home to make way for the next announcement. But don't forget, we already have we have to call 2 more winners, and then we go home on to this edition of the show. So 2 persons, so we have a total of 25 persons today that won $10,000 each from our motorbike jackpot. So we'll call 2 more persons, we'll call 2 more persons, and then we'll call a day and say congratulations to all of you who have received your money and those who will be receiving your money subsequently. Let me talk to Ahaji Ba from South Korea as one of our callers, and then we take the last 2 and go home. Good morning.
Yeah, good evening from my end, Austin Kawa. My name is Ahaji Ba, and the founding member of the Fuller Business. And let me say kudos to my brother Mohammed and the president for Liba. I mean, it's something very important. I think if those people was in Korea with the president there, I think we have secured many scam machines for containers in Liberia. I mean, these are people that are supposed to have come with delegates to countries like serious countries like Korea and rest of the other countries, because we that know the movement in Korea. We can help those people because we have worked along with those people for 3 years. We can help those people so many things that will help businesses in Nigeria. And I hope and pray to stick to and claim by the work. If the government cannot do anything that will empower the businesses, they should be able to take action. It's time for take action. We should not allow foreigners to come and override our own economy. Thank you very much for having me, Austin.
Thank you very much, Haji Ba from South Korea. We will just take 2 more calls, and then we go home. This person, good morning.
Thank you, Austin. Good morning. Thanks for your 2 guests in the video. Austin, this is Hussein here when I call from Jackpot. I have this question for out of them can respond. So, I've been following Dominic for quite a long time now. He has made a lot of radio appearances and advocating for the business community. But there is this thing people would normally say that my friends are not trustworthy. Like they will get an
Okay, thank you. Is it true that you guys are not trustworthy? That's his concern. We take this person. Go ahead from the US.
Yes, Austin. This is Aliyu Masale from Maryland, USA.
Okay,
Yeah,
Aliyu, go
hello.
ahead.
Yes, I say thanks to my brothers in the studio there. You see, Austin, this is the right thing. I think the guy just said it when Mother said he took over. She met with them and they were able to discuss with her the interest rate and all of these things. When former President Weah took over, he did the same thing. And Mr. Barker, he worked with Madam Sedi and he saw this thing, how they did it, and how things works with them. Why can't he do the same thing? You see, you work with Madam Sedi, she did this thing, it worked out. Even though you didn't work with President Weah, but he did the same thing, it worked out. Why can't you do the same thing? Instead of suffering our people, see the price of rest. We that ship container from here to Liberia, the guy just said the same thing. Those containers we used to ship 1-2 cars inside, sometimes we pay 5,000. Today when we ship it to Liberia, we're going to pay 8,000, 7,000. You see? And when we ship those things from here, you get to Liberia, other people selling their businesses, team prices go up. You can afford, but the people in the country can't afford. So let the president get back to a drawing table and see what to do to save our country.
Thank you. Let's take the last call on Melvin Cooper. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening. I'm calling from Australia. Yes, but brother, I have number one experience for what's happening in Liberia at the port, football Liberia. The broker in Liberia, they are criminal, brother.
No. You can say, yeah, I will listen to you, but you can say the brokers.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Just say a few, maybe a few or some of the interact way. We can call the name and shame them.
Okay, let's just say the 75% of them.
No, say some of them.
Okay, some of them. Some of them, brother. Some of them, when they see us coming from overseas, we go to Africa, we carry a little container, brother. They will suppress us. In the sense that, brother, even when you get a container, brother, you can't able to get your money from the container, brother. The broker there, the charge heavy. And then number two, the document, they will show you the document. The document only costs $3,500, but then they will take $5,800 for you to pay one container, brother. Then when you ask it there, they take you to get you kind of story, brother. Liberia, we need to be serious. We that overseas, we want to come back to invest. But then our brother back home, the port is very bad, brother. They're stealing for us. Go Guinea, right near order. Go ship it to Guinea for how much thousand, $2,000-$3,000 quick container Guinea. And then 6,000-5,000 like bro. What?
Thank you. It made us. This is not my first time hearing that point from Cooper. I've heard that from many persons too in the diaspora who import their containers. But Bahari, it's good that you're president for the Fuller Business Association. So, you're familiar with most of these concerns. So these are the concerns from the public. They are before you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Let me thank the callers, especially my brother Alaji Ba, ABAY.
Yeah.
Exactly. He's one of the founding member of the Fuller Business Association. Our Secretary General of the Fuller Business Association. And all of us will be at the Fuller Business Association. I'm not a new president. I've been here for 4 years now.
Oh,
yes, and just that we are not doing.
Okay, I'm mistaken to be the guy for the PZ business. Yeah.
The Fuller Business is a whole recovery. The issue here is we have a lot of challenges, as I mentioned, and as we see more people take that continue to Guinea. So, the free port, we only have a free port, but it's not a free port. It's one of the most expensive ports in the sub-region. For the fact of the matter here, the NPA did not function 24 hours. It give a lot of tough time for even for APN terminal as well, because the port of Liberia is a transit port. So that's why you made for. So the issue, for example, you will ship a container from the US. In Guinea, you will pay like the same 23 container. You will pay like $3,000 US for Liberia, but for Guinea, $3,000 US. But in Conakry, you pay $6,000. In Liberia, pay $6,000 US. Just imagine the differences between Liberia and Guinea. Short distance. So it's about 50%, I can say 100% differences. So that is why the government got to come in to see into it that there is shipping lines. They get a lot of charges. They have delivery order for 20 feet, they say $215 US. Delivery order for 40, $320 US. They have tax release, $50 US. Delivery charges, first 5 days, $20 US per day. After that, it changes for $40. After another 5 days, pay another $60. They get late delivery order pickup, $50 US. Reprint deliver just a document. So you talk about reprint, it send me $50 US. Detention charges, you pay another $40 US. All these are charges that are imposed on a consumer. You think who will suffer it? The end user. You understand me? The consumer will suffer because all the charges are added to the particular consumer. At the end of the day, the end user will suffer it.
Okay.
So the government got to be monitoring the shipping lines. Without the metals issue, because the metal issue, take it or leave it, metal will leave from here. Because the business community are made of we don't need metal, because for the fact that it's against our environment, it's against the WTO, that represent the World Trade Organization today, because it's against the third party engagement according to the WTO. So we don't need them. They're not even going to be here. They are work. The LRA can do their work. LRA is taking taxpayer money to train custom officers every day. They can do that work. If they cannot do that work, we have some business people among all that can do that particular metals work. Okay, so we can do that.
Okay, so yes, thank you very, very much, Mohammed Barry, for those exposés. Our studios are always open to all of you. Once you have those issues, those concerns that are bringing you need the audience, you need the people to get to hear your views, you need the government to hear you. We are open. Just hit us up on our numbers, and of us will make our studios and our microphones available to all of you to continue. That's the only way we can support the work you do and your advocacy.
Besides that, the business community and the media, they have to work together for this.
Exactly so. Exactly.
The media is doing their business people as well.
Sure, we're business people. So that's why you need to bring your video. That's why you need to bring your advertisement here.
So that's it. I was saying. So you guys gotta register with the Labrador Business Association as well. And then gotta register with all of the presidents in Labrador. Oh, of course.
We are registered with the business registry.
No. With the Labrador Business Association, because you are Labrador businesses.
Okay, that one. See, and AB Will and we didn't know any of that one. I think you're making a point. Sure. That's
my recommendation. Sure. Because you're doing business. Because if we bring our advertisement here, we pay for it. Because any transactional value is a business.
Sure.
Automatically, you are registered under the Labrador Business Association. That's what we're talking about.
You're right.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, Barry. So that's what you heard from Dominic England and Mohammed Barry of the Labrador Business Association. So, folks, let's just use 2 more minutes of Baby Boss Camara time to speak with just 2 more winners, because we can talk to all the winners. Just use 2 more minutes of Baby Boss Camara time to talk to 2 of our winners who walked away with 10K each this morning. But don't forget, keep playing the cash giveaway, the Motorbike Jackpot, because once you play, Baby Boy is about to do draws as well, so you might be lucky to win on Baby Boy's platform. So keep playing as I'm talking to my other 2 winners here. So let's go to speak with these 2 winners. Just 2. We'll talk to just 2, please, and then we go home on to this edition of the show. So yes, we'll talk to this person shortly. Okay, on this 751 number. Okay, yes. So let's go ahead and talk to this person. Let's see what this person's phone rings. And okay, it is ringing. It is ringing. Because I think we can call it all day from our end. So yes, this person's phone is ringing for the first time. Well,